Happy spooky, scary skeletons day. 222. Oh my goodness. Wow. Holy cows. I just picked up my phone to turn the little buzzy off, and it was 222. Oh, shoot. I didn't turn off my internet. All right. Bear with me. I have to switch over to non-Wi-Fi. So if I lose you, I'll come back. Are we still here? I'm watching my playback and waiting to see if we lose. I think we're good. It used to like totally cut out when I would have to do that, and now it just kind of stays. The stream stays on. Cool. Awesome. So happy Halloween. Kill a Pop-Tart. It's funny. I just stopped by. I just looked over and saw your thing that says hi, stopping by for 10 minutes. Well, I'm glad I was able to see that. So let's see. Shantae, you stay. Hello. Monique. Hi. Linnea. I still hope I'm saying your name right because I don't remember if I ever found out yes or no. SG. Juanita. Miriam. Panda. Agrona. Michelle. Hello. Mama. Bert. Is sound good? Kill a Pop-Tart. Dina. Hi. May Metal. Hello. Aquarian. Hello. Welcome back. Tiffany. Brandon. Brandon's here too. Oh shit. It must be a holiday. Mindset Matters. Hello. Okay. Awesome. Linnea. Awesome. Cool. We'll stick with that then. Mindset Matters says, OMG, it's been so long since I've joined a live chat. I know we have like a couple people here that haven't been here for a while. AI, hello. Alora, Guitar Bert, hello. I love your name, Guitar Bert. I don't know if your name is Bert and you play guitar or what, or just Guitar Bert just is such a funny, I love it. Makes me giggle. Mesh, hello. Astro Haley, hello. Brandon, what have you been up to? Aquarian, what have you been up to? Mindset Matters, what have you been up to? Christine, thank you very much for the kind words. I appreciate it. Leanne, hello. Happy Halloween. Gabriella, hello. How are you doing? I'm glad you're here because I want to hear an update. SG says, I manifested a friend for your kid. Oh, that's awesome. And he's enjoying school again. That's so awesome. Hey, baby. Does this go taller? Like higher up this thing? Does it go like up here? Or was it always down here? I just need to stop looking at my comments from that. It's fine. I was just, did it used to be up higher? Okay. Yeah, all right. If you don't mind. Okay, I'll just hold this for a minute. So, how's everyone doing? How is let's see. What have we manifested? What are we celebrating? What's the good news? Mindset Matter says, just been up to school, got to get this degree. Nice. Yes. Got this. Hell yeah, you got this. What is your degree in? May says, took me a year, but manifested moving out. Now we have a gorgeous apartment in a phenomenal school district. Our place is so spacious. I'm so grateful. Yay. Congrats. That's awesome. What else? Dave. Hello. Dave says, just wanted to say thanks for the last few videos. Really helpful to my current circumstances. Awesome. Thanks, Dave. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad that they're resonating and that it's what you want to hear. So most of those topics, I mean, if not all of them, at least 90% of them came from Mindset Monday questions. So, they're coming from you guys. So you're helping me give you content that you want. Is that where it was? I'm just wondering. Oh, okay. have too many freaking gadgets and gizmos. We got gadgets and gizmos aplenty over here. Okay, let's see what we got. So let's reading some more celebrations. Ashley, hello. Happy Halloween. Nay, hello. Nay says SP and your career. Do you mind elaborate? Oh, wait, hold on. You don't know which two. You have two SPs you manifested. That's awesome. Elvin, happy Halloween. Disturbed Rom says, I found you in 2020. You helped wake up my self-empowerment journey. Yay, that's awesome. Congrats. And I'm glad you're here. 2022, 2 years going strong. Astro Haley says, I don't know what to manifest recently, to be honest. That means that your life's so good that you can't even, like, you're like, this is fine and everything coming to me is great. I don't even need to ask for anything specific. Oh, yeah. Thanks, baby. Yeah. All right. Okay. Damn, I wish my picture was as crispy as I want it to be. What the? Wi-Fi is not looking very crispy. I mean, not the Wi-Fi, the Ethernet. That's strange. Sorry, y'all. It looks really crispy in my view, and then I look over here. I'm like, that's kind of crunchy. Looking pretty crusty, pal. Okay. Oh, I just locked myself out of the chat. I didn't lock myself out. I just exited the chat. Sorry. Give me one moment, please. I'll get back in the chat. Why have you done this? Okay. We're in here. Sorry. Okay. All right. There we go. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So Aquarian just dropped a mage. Okay. Aquarian just dropped a mage super chat. And Aquarian, you haven't been here for a while. So I've made some changes. I am no longer answering super chats about specific person. Actually, I'm not answering any questions about specific person on Mindset Monday anymore. What I am doing, however, is taking your question and turning it into its own video. So in my mind, I think it's a better investment. You get a whole video dedicated to your question that you can refer to and reference easily versus me kind of, spouting something out on a Mindset Monday, and then you have to like go dig through like 3 hours worth of content on and hopefully you remember the day, right? So Aquarian, with love, I appreciate you so much. Leanne is going to record your question, and I'm going to make that into its own specific video that will live here on the channel. It'll be anonymous. I won't mention your name, and I will try to give you as accurate and precise of an answer as I can without, again, giving away any personal details and still making it, accessible for other people. But that's how we're running Mindset Monday now. And that's just for my own personal emotional well-being. It was just getting really heavy for me to constantly do the SP stuff all the time every week. So I just made the executive decision to defer them to videos. And I think overall it's actually, it's helping. Like Dave was saying, all the videos we've made recently have been helping a lot. And that's what I've been doing, is taking the questions off of Mindset Monday and then making them into their own videos. So okay, good. You said thank you. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And that'll definitely become its own video. We'll get it up on the channel in the next couple weeks, maybe this week or next week. And then you'll have more of an answer. But let me see if I can give you some advice right now that I don't have to go too far on the road of SP stuff. Okay. 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 So the video, I think what the video is going to be about is having an insecure specific person. What to do if your specific person is insecure, or maybe insecurities in relationships with specific person. I'm going to refine it when I get to it, when I get to recording it. But what I will say is that there's an issue with power dynamics in relationships in your story. And there's also this, there's how do I say this? You need to clean up your story about men and relationships separately. So relationships need its own story. Men need their own story. And then this person also needs his own story. All separate from each other, not connected to each other, working working independently of each other. And clean up what relationships are like for you, what the dynamic is, how you feel about it, how you're treated, blah, blah, blah. Clean up what men are like to you. How do they treat you? How do they see you? How do they perceive you? Like it sounds like the same, but it's different. The relationship is the environment. It's the commingling of your two energies. It's like, how they say, like what is that saying? Like the sum is greater than the part, whatever that saying is. I can't get my finger on it. So the sum is the greater of the two part, whatever the fuck, I'm talking about. Like once you guys come together, the relationship becomes its own thing. So relationships need their own story. Then men in general need their own story, or people, whoever you're dating, you have a he here. So men, or people, they need their own story about what they are like just in general. So that when you do have someone new coming in, they're fitting the new mold and not the old stuff you've experienced. And then as this new person comes in and you guys commingle, that's where that relationship comes in, like I was talking about. And then also I would say, definitely, rewriting this person, of course, and the way that they've perceived you, what they've said, and all that stuff. But what I want to do is make a fuller, longer video about dealing with insecurities within your partner, and your own. I think I'll talk about personal insecurities and partner insecurities in one video, if that's okay. And the more like personal stuff about your question, I would, again, like all the stuff that's happened, who cares? And I mean, I don't mean who cares in like doesn't matter. I mean more like it happened because you had the story hasn't been rewritten yet. Like we just talked about, like you need to rewrite all these stories and start practicing and living from that perspective. And if you haven't done that, then you better, who gives a fuck what happened to you last week, yesterday, 2 days ago, because all you're going to do is manifest more of that. The more you harp on it, worry about it, fear about it, whatever. So the best thing you can do is like, you know what? That was the old me manifesting that relationship. Of course, that's how it happened. I'm not going to hold myself or this person like to these crazy standards for my past manifestations and past expectations. What I am going to do is hold myself to a higher standard in how I reconsider us going forward, and reconsider myself and what comes in my life and how people treat me, how they respond to me, who's allowed to have what, the power dynamics, such as things like that, right? And then we'll go deeper into, okay, you said, okay. And then you talk about reacting to the 3D and thinking that he hates you because of what you did. He's going to do what you say he did. If he hates you, he hates you. Who cares, then who cares? If it didn't matter, it didn't matter. If it made him want you more, it made him want you more. It like, where have you been and why haven't you been practicing? Because with love, why aren't you like, why aren't you not picking up? Like, I understand what happened and you reacted and whatever, but like, did this just happen 5 minutes ago? Because why haven't you changed? Like, where's the new story? Where's the new, but I, blah, 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 but I know it's going to, you know what I mean? So like, why are you believing that happened? Why haven't you changed the story yet? And so that's just I'm getting the impression that you haven't been working on your stuff very well. Or maybe you've been focusing too much on manifesting an SP and not enough on the person manifesting the SP that needs the focus, the machine itself, the manifest. Okay, see, this is why I don't want to talk about SPs anymore because I'm starting to get fired up. The manifesting machine needs more attention than the fucking thing it's manifesting. I can't say anymore because I'm going to start getting Start getting trigged. All right. But I'm going to move. Yeah, I'll do the rest on the video. And I love you and I appreciate you. Come back to us. Ah! Crystal. I had a feeling I was going to do that today. I manifested that. That's why I say that. And everyone's like 360 that shit. Yeah, Dina's like 360 method the relationship. 100%. That's what 360 is about, man. Always telling the story you want no matter what, and then keeping yourself in practice so that you can do it all the time. So, Anna, thank you, says, can I just say I love the black lipstick? Thank you, Anna. I really like black lipstick too, but I don't really like to wear dark lipstick normally. So I don't, it's usually a special occasion if I wear black. So I almost wore orange lipstick, but I'm like, you know what? I can wear orange lipstick any day. It's a black lipstick day. So thank you. Panda, video concept of karma and law of attraction. We'll add that to the list. Do I do moon magic? I don't. I have, but I don't do that. Like, okay, you guys know that I'm in process of getting my ADHD diagnosed. I use the D on the end of ADHD for diagnose. Hold on. Speaking of ADHD, I just want to say real fast, Linnea says 360 has honestly changed my life. Thank you, Linnea. It has changed mine too. 360 Aquarian. That's my signature program, or my signature manifesting my signature manifesting method, essentially. My signature method. Why am I having such a good time talking? It's so easy. It's my signature method. So I'll tell you a couple things. So we're in the middle of a round of 360 right now. We're on week 6. So we're almost done. And we will be starting 360 up again in January. So there will be a waiting list. I haven't put the waiting list up on my site yet. I apologize. But if you join Synergy, and actually, if you join 360 now, you can jump on and start getting it, because we still have a couple group coaching sessions left. We have one this week. So if you want to get on 360, you can jump on right now. I'll leave it open, and you can get in there and start getting coaching, and you can start whatever module you're on. You don't have to be in the same, you don't have to stick with the group. Because when we get to coaching, we do talk about the module specific stuff, but a lot of it is really just more about I'm helping you guys through the undulations of your 3D world as you're changing up your manifestation and your focus. So you can join 360, you can do that. Or if you wanted to join Synergy, which is my monthly membership program where you get access to all the programs that I do, you can just join Synergy, and then you obviously hop on there too. So Synergy does, we require a 6-month commitment. So it's long-term. It's for, you're not going anywhere. You're here to join, you're here to learn. You're going to be in the group. We have Synergy fam here today. We've got 360 fam here in the chat. There's a lot of community involved. So that's Leanne, is that the right 360 link that you just put up? I don't know if this is the right 360 link. Let me click it and find out. But it's on Synergy, Leanne. I mean, it's on the network. We need the page from my website, 360method.co. We'll just do like that. It's easier that way. 360method.co. If you want to just join 360, I'll put it in the chat. If you want to join Synergy, you'll get 360 anyways, and then you'll get all the other stuff that we're doing. So I'll tell you, for this month, we have on the in our 21-day confidence course that's starting tomorrow, or boot camp, 21-day confidence boot camp that starts tomorrow. You also get that with Synergy. So this is why Synergy is great, because you get 360, you get confidence. We have rewrite your specific person master training at the end of the month. And we're doing this month our Synergy only event, because we host monthly events where it's just Synergy members. We're calling it the wine, but it's going to be the only sanctioned time that we're going to get together, and we're going to allow circumstance talk. So we're going to talk about our circumstances. We're going to wine over a glass of wine, and then we're going to rewrite, right? So Um, oh, and as we're talking about synergy, here comes Shannon. Shannon's like, join synergy. Yeah, synergy fam. So Leanne, I was like, when I looked at it, I was like, that looks more like the synergy link than the 360 link. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, so Leanne linked. I'm gonna link. What do I want to put? What do I want to link? Can you also link the 21-day confidence bootcamp, please? Just so we have them all there. So 21-day confidence bootcamp, if you want to join that, that starts tomorrow. Obviously 21 days. There's group coaching involved. There's community support, daily challenges, 360s happening. We're in week 6, but again, we still have 3 more group sessions left. So you could jump on that. And then Synergy will just get you access to all of it. So, but it does require a commitment. So anyways, back to, I was talking about my ADHD, and it's funny because normally I would forget what I was talking about, but my ADHD was like, not this time, bitch. I'm calling it that, and I know I'm affirming it, but honestly, I have my diagnosis. Well, I'm assuming I'm going to get a diagnosis of it on the 3rd. That's in like 3 days. So, we'll know by next Monday for sure. I'm pretty sure that that's what is going on. And for me, I'm really excited to get diagnosed because I didn't know I had this. And oh, more synergy fam. Rebecca popped in. Yay. Okay. So I didn't know I had ADHD my whole life. I'm going to be 39 next week. And I'm just now, finding that out. And if that's the case, then it just makes so much sense. And it makes things like there's a lot I can forgive myself for, because a lot of the stuff that is probably ADHD is like stuff that I like hate myself for. It's like the stuff that I hate about myself. So I'm just really boy, wouldn't it be fucking nice if all that stuff was because of this thing. So I'm low-key hoping that that's what it is. I really am. And if that's what it is, then yes, fuck yeah. And it's going to help me and my team so that I can work in a way that supports me and not in a way that like drains me. So anyways, that's what's happening to me this week. Shannon says, I had a huge block this weekend and the synergy content saved me. And I got a major contract from my SP. Oh, no. You got major contact. Okay, sorry. I saw major contract. And then I saw SP. I'm like, hold on, back up. Shannon, hold on. Because I need to screenshot this because Shannon, didn't you just let that motherfucker go last week? Didn't you just decide to let his ass go last week? And what happened a week later? Why am I always fucking harping on this? Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Synergy. Thank you, 360. Thank you. Ah! Yes. Fuck yeah, Shannon. Like, you just decided to let him go. If it wasn't last week, then it was 2 weeks ago. I know it was not that long ago. And anyways, proud of you. Thank you. Thank you for coming on and sharing that with us. You said, yes, that was last week. When I tell you guys to let go, because remember, Shannon, we even talked about it. You were like, I'm sad that like, I'm kind of sad at the possible ending of this relationship. Like I thought he was the one. And I'm like, bitch, no one ever said he wasn't the one. We're just saying, let go of this story, let go of this need, let go of this like fear, worry, doubt, whatever. So that if he is the one, it can come through. And here we go. So again, if you're afraid of letting go and you don't believe me that it worked for me in my marriage almost, let's see, that was 15 years ago. Letting go worked for me. Believe Shannon. She is right there. She said, thanks everyone. This works. She's right there in the fucking chat. Ask her for yourself. So Tommy, welcome. Tommy, what you've missed is that Shannon just let us know that she's been working on it, letting her SP go, and it's already working. And I'm freaking out over here because I'm always screaming, let your motherfucker go. And everyone's like, that's why. But Shannon did it last week and it's already paying off. And I made a huge deal of it because I got really excited. Linnea says, as a fellow ADHDer, I'm honestly really happy you're getting diagnosed. Getting one helped me so much with the problems that caused me growing up. Women are so underdiagnosed. It's crazy. That too. Yeah. It's like, like all the things that being lazy, not being able to be on time, like being disorganized, getting distracted, like all these different things. Like I can't fucking do admin work to save my life. I forget things the second I fucking commit to them. It's just like there's all these things that appear to make me that I always call myself a piece of shit. Literally, that's the term I use. I'm a piece of shit, feeling lazy, not feeling do enough. I work my fucking ass off. I'm a workaholic. My husband just had to tell me this week, like, he's like, you're not like lazy. You work all the time. You do so much. And then you're constantly telling yourself that you're not doing enough. And so I was like, oh, thanks for holding that mirror up for me because, again, and I think, it's all these, it works for everybody differently, so all of these things that, especially like being on time, I'm going to be 39 again in a week. I still have not mastered being on time. As weird as that sounds, like, I just like, even if I always affirm I'm super, I affirm that I'm potential. I'm potential. I can't even say the word. Yes, I can. Punctual. But then I also have an identity of being late. But at the same time, like, as I'm learning about this, I'm giving myself grace, like time blindness, task paralysis, like when I had like breaking down your day to the minutes and the hours and being like, okay, I have enough time to do this. And then you get there and then you do a million other things instead. And then you run out of time for the thing that you need to do. And that's why you're late. That's my life every single fucking day. So, so anyways, enough about me, but yeah, I'm just really, really, really excited to get my diagnosis, please. Mama says, then your brain is so tired because it's so tired. Yes, constantly. And my brain is just constantly going, 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 going. I work in my sleep sometimes. Like I'm literally like working while I dream. And it's just like this, just brain, 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 brain. Okay. Maya's looking for the link for 360 and Synergy. So Leanne, do you mind linking that in the chat, please? Okay, Maya, thank you. Leanne's going to link that for you. She wants the link for Synergy and the link for 360. Okay. Marcel, hello. Anna says, I'm terrified of being late, so I'm usually 2 hours early. So I hear that about people too. And it's like, I feel that, but I also am like, I need my 2 hours. I'm going to need those 2 hours. Thank you. So like, I'm just like, no, I can make it work. And then the one thing that helped me be on time more is, like I can be on time for, sessions, like one-on-one sessions. Because I used to do sales calls, like right before I, started my business, I was doing sales and you have a sale like 4:00, so I'd be like right there, like 3:59, 4:00, boop, 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 typing the number. And so having that kind of schedule helped me with actually being a coach because then I was able to show up for my sessions on time. But because they're on Zoom, not because I have to drive somewhere. Okay, anyways. Raising awareness. Is Roxanne my full name? Yes. And the reason I don't go by it is because if I go by Roxanne, if I introduce myself as Roxanne, I get sung to multiple times a day. A day. If I go by Roxy, I get sung to like maybe a few times a year. And I fucking hated my name when I was a kid. Like I could not stand my name. I hated when people saying Roxanne. Oh my God. Roxanne. Oh, I hated that shit all my life. I fucking hated it. And then when I got to college, I had a friend that started calling me Roxy. And I was like, why didn't I just do this sooner? So the only person that ever called me Roxy was my mom. Or like my family and stuff. So then one day, my friend from college came and changed my life. And ever since then, I started going by Roxy. And I was like, wow, nobody fucking sings. They don't think of it. Even though it's this, like, I'd imagine if your name was like Jenny, if you went like Jenny, people were like, oh, Jenny from the block. But if you said Jennifer, they're not going to say anything, maybe. But anyways, yeah. So I go by Roxy because of that. That is why. I found freedom in college when I met someone that called me Roxy. And when she introduced me to people, nobody sang. And I was like, oh, bitch, there's something to this. Oh, the Roxy song from Chicago. Yeah, yeah, but it's not as annoying as Roxy. No. And plus, like, as a child, hearing it every single day, all the fucking time, constantly, like, I just grew to hate it. And then I hated that song for a long time. And then I was in a cover band where I had to sing it, and it turns out that song was, like, perfect for my range, and I just kill that song when I sing it, and I'm like, "I'm born to sing this fucking song?" Who knew? Michelle says, "Jenny, yeah, 8675309." That too. There you go. There you go. And now I got my Michelle playing in my head. Okay, so oh my God, Leanne says, "I have a sister named Stacy, so she gets Stacy's mom a lot." Lisa, I think is a huge compliment to your mother. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Let's talk manifesting. Raising Awareness says, "I saw 333 as a sign to have faith that I will eventually reconcile with my man's daughter, who I haven't seen in 4 years. I just feel like when you let go, makes magic happen." Yep. That's what we're talking about, making magic happen. It is called that, right? Because yeah, okay, good. My little streaming service has been this funky lately. Cyan, hello, and thank you for your kind words. I'm glad that the vibes are working for you. Someone just said, "Annie, are you okay?" Okay, Tiffany. I thought somebody in the chat named Annie was I thought someone in chat was I thought you were actually saying it and we were about to laugh, but no, the joke was on me. Okay. So, magic. We're creating our own magic. We're all doing magic. We're all casting spells or getting prayers answered. Just by just being here. Every single day is a manifestation. Every moment of your day is a manifestation. Everything that you experience is a reflection of what's going on within you. So, working to maintain that environment, really, really important, obviously. Annie, are you okay? I keep seeing that in my chat. Hannah, hello. Mesh, you also think of the Broadway song. I've actually never seen Chicago, so I know the scene. I know of it. I know what it is because people talk to me about it all the time. But I've actually never seen it, so I should. Aquarius says you should watch some Charmed tonight. Ooh, which Charmed do you watch? The old one or the new one? Just curious. 5:55, Rachel. So Tiffany says, "Finish Atomic Habits. I really resonated with the parts about small steps are still progress. I get stuck with that sometimes. Great reminder. Now reading The Body Keeps Score about healing trauma." Ooh. Mama says, "I got yelled at last week, and I've been watching the 360 videos all week, completely focused on every thought I've been having." And how's it been working? And you said, "And when I join Synergy, I'll be so much more focused, and I'm so excited for it." Yay! All the East Coast people are having a 555 moment, or were, I guess, a second ago. Aquarius is Old Charmed. Yeah, I know. I know Old Charmed is the best. I got sucked into New Charmed. I got sucked into New Charmed, and it's like so aggravating, but it's like once you're watching it, it's easy to binge. Oh, Anna, you just finished Atomic Habits also. Hold on. Okay, Hannah had a funny dream. I want to read this. Hannah says, "I had such a weird dream last night about my SP. We're in separation." Are you? I would undo that. And this voice asked me if I loved him. I said yes, and it screamed enthusiastically, "Then go get him, Hannah." It was so weird. Your subconscious is like, quit calling us separated. Use your language to change the story. Aquarian says, I'm gonna do the 360 method for sure, because baby, I can't keep living like this. That's how I felt too. I couldn't keep living the way I was living. I needed a change. And so like at that point, sometimes like, and I wouldn't say it was like a rock bottom moment. It wasn't like that, but it was kind of a like, I can't go on like this. Like if I keep living and thinking and feeling and worrying and doubting and all the stuff the way that I am, nothing is going to change. I'm going to keep manifesting this life. I have to do something about it. And so that's when I changed I only had 4 affirmations in the beginning. When I told you, like when I was first starting out with building 360, like the practice of it, I didn't yet understand affirmations. So I had 4 of them, and that's all I would say all day long, unless I was on a sales call. So like if I was talking to somebody, obviously I was checked in. So like I'm talking about like my work, because I was 8 hours in my job and I desperately wanted out. So I would sit there and think these 4 thoughts for 8 hours. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm fucking saying? I said 4 things and nothing else for 8 hours straight for months. And that's just because I didn't fully understand it, right? This is the beginning of me figuring it all out, but it fucking changed everything. So when you get a hold of your affirmations, and I'll tell you what they were, and they all came true. I'm in alignment with my highest, or what was it? I'm in alignment with my soul's highest calling. The work I do is in alignment with my soul's highest purpose, which are very similar fucking affirmations. I'm 100% in control of my dominion. I literally barely understood affirmations. And all the money that I make comes 100% from my own products, ideas, and whatever. All of those are true. 100% true. Right now, to this day. And I don't suggest only doing 4 unless that works for you. And maybe it worked for me because I might have ADHD. And so it was like just these 4 thoughts. So I'm not like all over the place. That's it. Just these 4, period. And I can laser focus because I have that ability to hyper focus. So it was easy for me once I dedicated it to. I'm the kind of person that's like, if I'm on it, I'm on it. Like I've said before, like watch out world, here I fucking come. Once I decide I'm doing it, nothing's stopping me, period. So unless I just change my mind, right? But you know, that's why I designed 360 was to help you get a hold of the ones you're saying and then rewrite new ones so you don't have to use just 4. And so that you have affirmations for every aspect of your life, for whatever comes up in your mind, whatever comes up in your 3D reality, whatever happens, you have affirmations already set up for that. And then you're already used to cycling through. You already know how to run your affirmations. You already know how to think. So when the think pops up, you know how to respond to it accurate, or, you know, the way that you want to get to your desired reality. So that's what 360 is about. It's just awareness and discipline broken down, granular levels, thought by thought, day by day, minute by minute. That's what it's about. In my opinion, that's how I developed my practice and my program. And so, you know, and maybe it is because I might have ADHD, and that's sound like for somebody, I needed a fucking something like you stay on this path only, period. That's it. And so I really had to corral myself for a long time. But once I did that, that became its own habit. And now it's easy for me to just think whatever I want. Because I'm so used to choosing my thoughts in accordance with where I want to go that they just do it automatically for the most part. But I'm always watching because of the awareness and discipline part. So if they don't, I catch it and I redirect it. And if I don't, I keep working on it every day and eventually I'm going to uncover it. Ooh, Leanne, thank you so much. Leanne said, for those of you asking for advice on letting go, Roxy has a mini course about it. Yeah, so I just put up a mini course about letting go last week. It is a replay from a live program I did last summer about letting go. So if you've already done the letting go from last summer, this is that. So don't rebuy it. If you end up doing it, we'll give you something else in exchange. But so that's what it is. So if you were able to make it to my last summer workshop for letting go, you don't want to get the letting go mini course on my website because you already have it. And if you don't if you can't find it or you can't find the file, you can email us and Leanne can look you up and send you the copy in case you lost the replay or whatever. But yeah, so I do have a letting go mini course on my website right now if you wanted to dive in. Thanks, Leanne. And again, Confidence Bootcamp starts tomorrow, 21 days. I'm so excited. We're going to be doing daily challenges in the group. We have a private group for everybody, and then we'll be doing weekly coaching on Fridays to make sure that we go into the weekend feeling super confident and just being our best, most confident selves. And we're really just kind of practicing embodying the version of us that can fucking handle anything, that can walk into any room and nail it, show up for anything, and just really be the one they want to be every time. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, join our 21-day confidence bootcamp. It's linked in the chat. And also, if you're interested in Synergy, if you're a member of my membership program, Synergy, you just automatically get that, and we start tomorrow. Shantae says, I love it when you explain how you figured it out. I don't know how you only had 4 at first. I don't either, but I didn't have anything else. I didn't understand it like I'm going to say this. There were a few people that I learned from before, like right before I came out, who were talking about manifesting in a way that helped me understand it more. But I don't think that there was anybody talking about manifesting or let's say this, there wasn't a whole lot of people out there talking about manifesting the way that I talk about it before I started my YouTube channel. So I really had to figure all this out on my own. So I didn't know that every thought was an affirmation. I figured that out along the way. I figured that out through coaching and people and stuff. Or maybe I figured it out through that process or whatever. And I didn't understand the gravity of the fact that you're always manifesting every moment of the day. So there's never, you can never just be off. You can't just like be lax sometimes. Like, oh, I mean, you can, but you're not going to get what you want very easily or very quickly. So it became like, it wasn't necessarily do or die, but it kind of was, because I felt like I was never going to start my business if something didn't change. I had to do something. So it kind of just was like, I have to do this and I have to figure it out, and nothing is more important. It's also divinely given to me, obviously, because I'm here to share it as well. So I had to understand it. Now that I'm saying it out loud, I had to figure it out. I had to, because this is my destiny. I'm supposed to be here giving this information to you. I had to figure it out. I had to figure that shit out with 4. I had to fucking go through my day and say 4 things for 8 fucking hours straight to understand it so that I could share it and show you and continue doing it still to this day. And guiding, like I couldn't have done that. I couldn't have given the message the way that I needed to help change the world in the way that I am without understanding it first and doing it myself. Okay, Aquarian says, going to a psychic isn't helping. Thank you for the super chat, Aquarian. Again, so going to a psychic isn't helping. Okay. So can you type in the chat? I want to have some questions for you. How often are you going to the psychic? How often are you going to the psychic? And when you talk to the psychic, how are you reacting to what they say? Oh God, I guess it's not going to work out because they said so. Like, I want to hear what your, I want to hear your perspective. Leanne, I think I'm going to talk about that next week. I think we're a week too early for that. Okay. All right. I'll give you a teaser. While I'm waiting for Aquarian, I'll give you a teaser because Leah put it in the chat. So I'll say, next week is my birthday. So we're doing a bundle, like, how do I say this? They're birthday bundles. We'll call that birthday bundles. My birthday is November 8th. So there's one for 118, and that gives you 3 recordings of our, it's the September, October, and November master training recordings. It's a value of 333. You're going to get it for 118. For that, that's so that we'll do it for my birthday. which is on the 8th. So I think we're starting it on Friday. This is why I didn't want to talk about it yet, because Friday to the 9th, whatever the fuck that is. So there's a birthday bundle sale coming. I'll email about it and I'll talk about it on Mindset Monday next. And also, yeah, it's too soon. There's your teaser about it. But that's it. Okay. Maya says 5555 for synergy. What a synergistic price. Yeah, obviously I wanted to make it like the right vibe. We give so much value. We do so much. We have such a good time, and we really stand by what we're doing. So I really just wanted to like put every aspect of it into alignment, so that's kind of where it came from. And I was really working on my own alignment when I came up, when I got to that place of fleshing it out and kind of bringing it to the peoples. Okay, so May, thank you, says a reminder to like the chat. Thank you, May. Yeah, please like the chat. If you're here, go ahead and like the video. So you're going to the psychic every time your person does something wrong or triggers you, and then you're saying, no, you're wrong. I see, and probably because I'm reading Atomic Habits, what I really see going on is that what's happening is that the SP, you have a habit that you don't see, or maybe you see it, I don't know. But the habit is triggered by the SP doing something wrong, and then you go to the psychic to make it better. But the story about your SP, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Again, I don't like talking about SP on Mindset Monday, but the story about that person has not changed. We talked about this. Your story hasn't changed. Aquarian, with all due respect, again, I'm going to say this again to you with love. It doesn't matter what has happened in the past. Everything that you've manifested before you rewrite that story is going to be reflecting, not shitty, but it's going to be reflecting of this story, because that's your story about love. Of course, your psychic's going to say that to you. Of course, that's what they're going to see on your path, because you haven't changed your story. So again, you need to stop taking so much stock in the 3D, go back to your practice and focus on you, not what other people are saying, not what they're doing, what you're believing, what you're thinking, and how you're acting. And again, please, if you want a specific person question answered, I will answer it in video form, not on Mindset Monday. I want to have good vibes on Mindset Monday, and answering these live it makes me feel like it's too much. When I do it in the video format, it's a different vibe. And I'm pointing over there because that's where my couch is. So I have two sets, right? I have the Mindset Monday set, the live set, and then I have the video set. So when I'm on the video set and I have the question, I have my answers kind of play, I've written out, I have my outline for the video. It's a much more controlled environment. I'm not sitting here feeling the emotions of, the energies of 80 people. So I don't want to talk about SP on Mindset Monday. And I know you haven't been here for a while, so I'm answering some of your stuff, but again, respectfully, it's not, but yeah, I will answer them on video. So Maya says, do I have monthly one-on-one? I want to work with you longer in the session. I do, actually. So I just recently opened up long-term one-on-one coaching, because I was just doing one-off, 1 hourly stuff, and it wasn't vibing with me. Or I wasn't vibing with it or whatever. And so I have opened up one-on-one packages. It's a 3-month package. It will include Zoom sessions, potentially Zoom sessions, or maybe even phone sessions. I haven't fully decided yet, maybe both. And access to like a chat, like a WhatsApp type chat, something like that, that will have kind of like boundaries around. So I really just haven't really talked about it. I just kind of put it on my website. If it's there, it's there for people if they want it, but because I took one-on-one coaching off of my calendar, or off my offerings earlier this year. And then I just kind of I decided, okay, I would take very small amounts of one-on-one clients if I can see them over a long period of time so that I can be there through the journey and guide you through it. Otherwise, it's like, it's like if you work out once a month or you work out once every 3 months. It's not bad. But if you worked out every week, much difference, much bigger difference in your progress. So that's kind of like where my mind is at with that. So, Paris, hello, welcome. Okay, I can't see who Facebook user is. I apologize. Sometimes my thing doesn't show me who's on Facebook. It just says Facebook user, so I apologize. But there's a question here that says, "When is enough? When is it enough? How do you know when you've manifested what you wanted enough?" Do you mean like when do you stop trying to manifest, or do you mean like I've gotten so much good stuff? What do I do now? Can you elaborate and tell me who you are because I can't see names on this. Are these still lit? Yeah, you guys can't see because I have so many lights, but my little candy corns are lights. You can't tell my little pumpkins are lights either. Maybe if I make them blink. Hold on, this necklace is actually really long. I've just been like holding it back to make it fashion. Can you see them if they blink? I was going to pin it, but I'm like, fuck it. I'm just sitting here. Come on, motherfuckers. I'm hearing my old roommate. I had an old roommate. I lived with a guy once. It was a roommate. And he was like, I remember like his friends came over and we were just sitting there and I was like painting my toenails. And he was like, Roxy grooms like a motherfucker. I was like, do I? I guess it's more like preening. I think I preen a lot. I don't mean to. I just do. Especially when I'm watching it. I can't help it. I'm kind of like a perfection. I'm like super anal about stuff sometimes. So if I'm seeing it and it's like crooked, it drives me crazy. Okay. Maya, we can definitely talk about money manifesting. Okay, Maya. Hold up. Because let's talk about something. I know I'm waiting for something from Facebook user, which I apologize. I can't see who it is. Let's talk Maya, because Maya, you asked about one-on-one coaching. But you said you want to talk about money manifesting. You only want money in your business. You don't want to work a job. I'm also going to be starting up a business mini mastermind in January. So the details of that are actually going to be coming probably this week. I'll be emailing my email list. So if you're not on my email list, I would suggest going to my website and just downloading something for free. Download my 30 days of alignment. Sign up for my if you click the free resources tab, some stuff will pop down and you can get like my free manifest a specific person workshop. Or excuse me, no. Free manifest a specific person masterclass. The workshop is not free. But if you download one of my free things on my website, you'll get on my email list. And then I'm going to be emailing out about my business mastermind this month because I'm going to be doing pre-sale for the business mastermind. And this is something that's going to be just for business owners. This is higher level coaching. This will be small, higher level coaching with high level support. And it's going to be just for business owners, entrepreneurs, artists, creatives, influencers, that kind of the people who are kind of doing their own thing, who's working on bringing in money through their craft. We'll be hosting that. So there's a lot, and I've been just like telling you all these things, but I basically, I have a wide array of ways you can work with me. And it just kind of like depends on like what you have for your budget, what, you're looking for commitment wise. I host monthly trainings that are just like 1 to 2 hours that are low price so that you can come in and get with the group and we talk for a few hours and then we get off. I like to say, get in, get out, get the information, go apply it. That's the master trainings. And then I also am hosting live group programs. We're starting one this month. Actually, it starts tomorrow. It's a 21-day confidence and fearless and confident boot camp. And that's going to have group coaching sessions. have weekly group coaching sessions for 3 weeks. And then again, I'm opening up to, and then everything I've talked about below are already, if you're in Synergy, you get access to that. That's my, Synergy covers all of my group coaching, all of my programs, all of my courses, all of my workshops. You get access to all of my, anything that's like classroom related, group coaching related, that is in Synergy. And then for higher level mentorship, I have the longer one-on-one mentorship packages, and then my business mastermind, which will be a short one. It's going to be a mini mastermind. Won't be like a year long or anything like that. It's going to be 3 months. And that's starting in January. So sorry for all the things, but yeah. Maya says, all my emails are on the list. Okay, good. Nay says, we love money manifesting. Yeah, Nay was in our money class. What was that, like 2 weeks ago? And I know you had you were talking about some changes that have come about since you had that class. Oh, you can see them now that they're blinking. Okay, yay. Halloween. It's a mirror image, so I gotta, okay. I'm so good at staying focused. Dina says, who's joining the 21-day confidence course? I definitely need this one big time. Dina's going to be there. So if you want to be in a group with Dina, come check out. If you want to get to know Miss Dina and get pushed to the max. No, it's not really going to be that bad. It's just more about like every day you got a challenge. Every day I expect you to come and do your challenge. Every day I expect you to do your damn thing because it's only 21 days. So, and we want to make a habit. We want to change the way we're thinking, right? So, yeah, I'm really excited. Tiffany says, my tarot reader reads my palm and sees a strong money line and often tells me that she has no idea why I'm not a millionaire now because clearly I'm supposed to be wealthy. I have to clean up whatever is blocking. Okay. Tiffany, do you define yourself as a millionaire now? My head's like, I know I do. And so actually it's calling me out on something because I have a goal of being a millionaire by 40, which I'm turning 39 next week. So it's my year to do it. So like, that's just what it is, period. This is the year I become a millionaire. And there is nothing else that can go in my mind about that, right? Like, that's it. This is my year to become a millionaire by 40. And, I talk about writing my goals down every single day. Guess what I'm writing down every day? I'm a millionaire by 40. Which I know it's like, I'm putting that on a time, like, but my mind's able to wrap around it and I'm able to like, I can get there mentally on that. So that's where I'm at with that. And so if you're born to be wealthy, then that's who you are. I'm born to be wealthy. And bitch, I have a song called Born to Be Wealthy on iTunes. If you want to just put it on, you can listen to it every morning. It's an affirmation track. Malachi did the beat. You can do your twerk-festing to it. Trademark, and it's not trademark, copyright. Don't steal twerk-festing. We came up with that. Anyways, not that you would, Tiffany, but other ears in the, anyways. I have a song called Born to Be Wealthy. Put that dang thing on. Listen to it every day. Put that, like, what if it's your back? I'm not saying make your background of your phone me, but like, what if Born to Be Wealthy is your background of your phone? And that's just who you are. I'm born to be wealthy. I'm born to be wealthy. And so when you're oh God, this hat. Whoa. Oh God. I love being a perfectionist. Actually, that looks better. Okay. So if you're born to be wealthy, what does that mean? What is, like, when we extrapolate, when we expand on that, what does that mean? I'm born to be wealthy. Well, wealth just comes to me. It's my birthright. I'm allowed to have it. I'm supposed to have it. I just get it. Like, sorry, I'm born with it. It's just my thing. Sorry about it. Can't really do anything about the fact that I'm born to be wealthy, or whatever. You just kind of like, you're identifying in a different way than somebody who's trying to manifest wealth. And I talked about this I think I talked about it last week on mindset, but I definitely talked about it in the video from last week about self-concept. Are you the person who was born to be wealthy? Or are you Tiffany now who doesn't have that money story trying to manifest wealth? Those are two different identities, two different self-concepts, and they're going to get you two different realities. Thanks, Dina. Dina's link in the chat, the track in the link in the track in the chat. That sounded funny. Which one did you put? Let me see which one you put. Can I click this? Come on. Nope, it just kicked me out of my chat. Cool. I think I'll be back. Yeah, okay, I'm coming back. Yeah, so on iTunes or Spotify, that's how you know my age, because I don't think it's called iTunes anymore. Sorry for the clickety clacks. Rollin' and Doe EP. Yep, Born to be Wealthy. It's the very first one. Actually, why don't I just fudge and link it in the chat? Wait, can I link this song? Yeah, I can. Copy link. I'm going to go ahead and copy it. So right here is the Born to be Wealthy. I think Dina linked a video. So this is the Apple Music. You could start your day with that every day. And Dina says it's bumping. Happy Mr. Malachi. Thanks, Malachi. Did I ever get an answer from Facebook user? I wish I knew your name. But it didn't show me the name. I don't see. Wait, is that it? Nope. I just see the question. Okay. Maybe they left. I tried. Paris said my hair's getting so long. Thanks, Paris. I've been growing it. I know last year I wanted to trim like the dead stuff off because I was growing out the blonde, and I ended up trimming like all of the length off. And my hair was all long, and I trimmed it up all short. Malachi said I had a Rick James haircut. But now it's back. Length's coming back. So now I'm really excited to like, really, I want some long hair. I haven't had long hair in a long time because I've been bleaching for years. Tommy says, on the topic of wealth, I've been changing my spending and budgeting habits. Before, I'd obsessively budget, watch my spending like a hawk, sit in an energy of lack. Now I need it, I buy it. Yep. And it's, yeah, like really being comfortable releasing and being excited to release money and being excited for like how it's going to come back, being excited for what you get to, experience because you release that money, like what it brings you, like obviously being grateful for what you're paying for is what I'm trying to say. But like thinking of it in a different way, like I'm releasing these pieces of paper or I'm swiping my plastic. It literally does nothing to me and I'm getting this thing for it. That's fucking awesome. Thank you. Money, whatever you are. It's a crazy concept. You said, as a result, I got a bigger paycheck this month than anticipated. Fuck yeah. That's awesome. We love money and money loves us. Emery, I just want to let you know, I'm no longer answering specific person questions on Mindset Monday, but I will be making more specific person video content for YouTube. I just didn't want you to think I was ignoring you. Shantae says it's a toss-up. I think I'm more invested and excited in the world where I earn some money / capital and then make investments and income streams, like the joy of the journey. Though I feel it could also... I think I missed something. Did I miss the beginning? You said you're creating wealth too. Yeah, and that's cool. Like if you're, okay, I see what you're saying. And I agree with, like the process of becoming the version of you that naturally manifests the money is a requirement to like naturally manifest the money, right? If you're not already programmed with abundance, then whatever I just said a few minutes ago, because I just lost it. Sorry. Jalen, hello. Sunny, hello. Okay, hold on. I like this question. Maya says, is excessively affirming the only way to reprogram your mind? I can't answer that. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a neuroscientist. I don't know. And I kind of want to pick apart when you said excessively affirming. When we talked about what I did earlier, when I changed my whole mindset, I don't think I was excessively affirming. I was doing the Lord's work of rewriting my fucking my ticker of thoughts, because I wasn't obsessed with like making the money now, being the coach now, whatever. I was obsessed with, I have got to think differently about myself and my life. I have to think like this. I have to think that this is the way life is. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, my brain's going back. I'm kind of like reliving where I was in that moment. I said I was doing that for 8 hours. That's a little bit of a stretch because I would take breaks during my day because I had to walk my dogs. So I'd have to take several breaks during the day. And once I got into my breaks, the second my leashes, the leashes hit my hand, I had trained myself to go on an affirmation rampage. So then I would just be like, or like a gratitude rampage. So then I would just be like, I'd go outside and I'd be thinking the day, thinking the dog, thinking the whatever, thinking for money. So I would do, so I wasn't, so yeah. So let me say, it wasn't just those 4 thoughts for those 8 hours, but when I was sitting at that desk, if I was not on the phone with somebody, it was those 4 thoughts. And then when I went out to, do my dog walks, that's when I would really just soak up gratitude and be really appreciative and like be daydreaming and really excited about my life. And just, I was trying to put myself into the emotional space of where I needed to be, like, because of what all the law of attraction, rhetoric had said, is like, you got to feel it. Feeling is the process. You got to match the energy of all that stuff. So I was doing this double duty of rewriting my thoughts, like really hyper focused. Again, I don't think it was excessive. It was that if I didn't think the thought I chose, I was going to think something else that was going to keep me where I didn't want to live anymore. So is it excessive to switch that thought, or is it doing exactly what I needed to change my life? That's the way I looked at it. I wasn't like overthinking. I was thinking by choice, one after the other, 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 after the other. And pretty soon, if you see this, there's no room for another thought to creep in there because I'm choosing what thought gets thought next and which thought gets thought next and which thought gets thought next. And I would just do that for the entire time I was at work because that's when I was thinking horrible thoughts. I hate my life. I fucking hate this. I'm going to die here. I hate blah, blah, blah. That's the kind of stuff I would write. So that's how I retrained my mind. That's how I changed my story. That's how I changed my life. That's how I changed the way my subconscious reacts. That's how I, change my response to triggers. Is that the only way? No, of course it can't be, right? I'm sure. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. I listen to like Andrew Huberman, neuroscientist, and he just talks about all kinds of fucking shit in the brain, the processes and stuff. I'm not a scientist. So I have a degree in behavioral science. It's funny, but behavioral science is not like practical science. So I guess maybe I am a fucking scientist. I don't know. But I've never been like, I was always into the arts. I was always into humanities and relationships and connections. And that's why I studied behavioral science, because I've always been fascinated with why people do what they do and understanding human behavior and human nature. So, but like, science. Like I'd rather be playing a song or something. So, so for me, this is like my way of rewiring my brain and rewriting my story and changing my reality is how I teach it, because that's what worked for me. And I can't speak on other people's practices and approaches because I'm not them, and I didn't do that. I did what I did. So if this type of approach resonates with you, this shit works. It works. Again, I've never said it's the only thing, but if you do work it, this motherfucker will work. It will do it for you. Or it will, sorry, I'm distracted closing this window. It will produce the results you want. If you work the program, it will work. But it requires focus. It requires dedication. It requires awareness and discipline. I always say that. And I believe personally that the only way that I will continue to manifest what I want all the time is if I stay aware and disciplined, if I don't let myself slip, if I don't let myself go back to my old self or my old ways of thinking. And I know that because I have before and I've seen what happened, and it just goes right back to where it used to be. And so then I have to keep myself, it's like a volleyball, or like if you had like a tennis ball and you had a racket and you were just like doing this, you're like keeping the ball up. This is what it's like. You don't want to let it touch the ground like a hacky sack or some shit. If it touches the ground, you pick it up and you go back again. You don't leave it down there. So all of the like awareness and discipline and practicing every single day, every thought, no days off, no thoughts off, no subjects off, made it so now I'm very aware of what I'm thinking when I'm thinking it. And if I don't like it, I switch it. And then manifestations just happen. I don't have to like, I don't really focus on manifestations at all. I focus on like what I want. Like, what do I want? Cool. Put your sentences to support it. That's it. That's literally it. If I want it, then my sentences are going to start reflecting it, period. And a waitress shared your tips with her waitress shared her tips with you the other day, Tommy. Dang, so money is coming to you. Shantae says, I can't believe how much better I feel when I'm watching all of my thoughts. I love that bouncing ball analogy. Thank you, Shantae. 360 method. Shout out. I'm just gonna do a little screenshot of that. Okay. B says, how do I stop caring about how my clients find me and just believe they will? Okay, so first off, just letting you know, I'm going to be hosting a mini business mastermind starting in January, and pre-sale for that is going to open up this month. And by the way, pre-sale for my mastermind will come with a one-on-one consultation with me, which is like, I've never done that before. So like I said, I really don't like, my one-on-one time is like super, super sacred to me at this point. So I just really don't, offer it much up. So for those who are joining my mini mastermind, I am going to give you a consultation just so I can get to know you, get to be clear on what's going on with your business and what you're focusing on. And then again, we'll be in a high level coaching environment with other business owners for 3 months. Again, that's going to be on starting January, but pre-sale starts this month. And if you're on my email list, I will be announcing it through there, or be emailing about that, giving you the opportunity to sign up. But outside of that, why I'm saying that is because if you want to be in a space with other people who are going through the same stuff and know how to do it, and you can kind of bounce ideas off of them as well, not just me, the business mastermind is definitely where you're going to want to be. And it's going to be 3 months. So it'll be a mini mastermind. It won't be a full year. Okay. So believing in your clients, it's a practice. Like, there are times when, like, okay, for example, for me, how do I say this? I didn't believe in my business for months, and then one day I did. Like, and then from that day forward, here we are. So it took me months and months and months and months to understand my business is booming. I'm helping millions of people. No, period. It took me a few months to get that. Like, I quit, like I started 30 Days of Alignment on June 1st. By July, it was the third week of July, I quit my job that I had, been wanting to quit. So it took me like a month and a half of being super on top of my shit to finally be like, okay, I can do this. And then August and September, I was building. I had no income, no money. My husband was the only one working. I didn't have any money coming in at all. And I just had to motherfucking believe. I was scared to tell. I didn't want our parents. I didn't want him to tell his parents. I was scared to tell my parents. I just didn't want their like, what are they going to do? I didn't want any of that energy on my manifestations, on my whatever. So I just kind of just kept it to myself and just like busted my fucking ass to build my business. And then at the beginning of October, I basically I built my business over like I built the logistic part of my business over this one weekend. My husband, his grandmother passed away, so he went to her funeral and I stayed here. And so he was gone for like 4 days and I was just like the kid in Never Ending Story. I was literally sitting on my floor with a blanket around my chest or my chest, my shoulders. I would be like I'd make macaroni and cheese and I'd be eating it out of the pot, like literally macaroni from the pot, just like not just like just working like a mad person just from sun up to sundown. And by the time he got back, I had a fucking I had a website, I had the master class, I had email system set up, I had my channel was ready to go. I like it was just I did it all over these 4 days of like not sleeping and just like super hyper focus. I'm not saying you should do that. That's just what I did. And then over the next few weeks, I really started I was working on how I was thinking about my business. And then one day I realized like what I was realizing I was calling it the little engine that could. It's slow going, it's working, it's going good, but like that. And then one day I was like, why the fuck am I talking about my business like that? Like, okay, that's stupid. Let's not, how about business is booming? Let's choose that. And so I changed my attitude about it. Like right then, nope, sorry, it's booming. And then within like 2 days, everything changed. So like my runway for how long it took was months to get me to the point where it took 2 days for it to happen. Does that make sense? That makes sense, right? Like it kind of worked in 48 hours, but it took me months to get to the mindset that made it work in 48 hours. Nay says, I'm about to do that. I honestly, like, I'm the kind of person, like, I think it's because of my ADHD. Like, I can dive into something and like get really fucking deep in it. But I can also like get really lost and like overwhelmed and take on too much. So at the time I didn't have anything else. I didn't have a business. I had nothing else. I didn't have a job. This has got to work, period. This has to fucking work. And I had that freedom of like, no distractions and nobody else around. I didn't have to do anything except like let my dogs out. And so it was just like, that's all I did. I sat on the fucking floor, blanket around my shoulders, listening to like affirmations or meditation music, and I built a fucking business from nothing. Here we are. That was I guess like a little over 3 years ago. So the anniversary was the beginning of October, like I said. So yeah. Shantae says, geez, that's such an exciting 48 hours. No, it wasn't. It was the 48th hour that was exciting. The 48 hours was not exciting. It was just my business is booming. My business is booming. I'm helping millions of people. I was changing my thought. But once that shit came through and it started working, then it was really exciting. I was like, oh my God, this works. Nate, yours is the same anniversary this weekend? Don't we have other really weird synchronicities too? That's you, right? Like that's fucking weird. Monique says, and here she is helping millions of people. I've got millions of hours watched on my channel. That's a real fucking thing. Like I said that. I got that from Ralph Smart. I was watching a Ralph Smart video and he said, people always ask me, how can I make $1 million? He's like, what you should be asking is how can I help 1 million people? Was it Ralph or was it Jake? Fuck, sorry. I was listening to both Ralph and Jake at that time. I'm trying to remember. I think it was Ralph. It could have been Jake Ducey or Ralph Smart. I'm sorry, guys. It was one of you two. I apologize. I really try to give anybody credit for anything I learned from anybody or whatever. I always try to give credit. I'm an artist. And so it's like, and I come from the photography world. Like if you don't tag, you don't give credit, like fuck you, you're like burned. So like, that's why I get super fired up. Like if people like take my shit and don't give me credit, like fuck you. Like how fucking dare you? And that's my perspective. Like you're a fucking piece of shit if you do that kind of shit. If you borrow someone's stuff and you give them credit, cool, fine. We all take inspiration from somewhere. That's what art is. But that's another side note. What are we talking about? I'm so good at staying on track. I don't even know what the fuck we were talking about. It was Jake. Thanks, Leanne. Okay, it was Jake. Oh, that's what it was. Thank you. It was Jake. So yeah, someone asked him, how do I make $1 million? He said, what you should be asking is how do I help 1 million people? So I was like, oh. And then someone else just said that was Ralph. You guys are so funny. That's my brain right there. It was Jake. It was Ralph. It was Jake. It was Ralph. Thank you. You guys are so funny. Uh, yeah, so I was like, okay, I want to help a million people. I want to. That sounds. How can I help a million people? How can I help a million people? I want to help a million people. How can I help a million people? And then my brain said, I am helping millions of people. And so that combination with my business is booming, I'm helping millions of people. I would just go back and forth. And remember, at this time, I was very, very, very like trained to take the affirmation and just fucking run with it. So those 2 days, those 48 hours, I don't remember them. I just know. I just remember the dates because of like when things happened. So those 48 hours, nothing significant happened. I was actually, now that I think about it, I was advertising the new YouTube channel. That's what was happening. I was building my new YouTube channel, and the new videos premiered on like the 4th of October. And it was like the second when I had this realization of like, wait, bitch, I am helping millions of people. My business is booming. And it changed everything. And I had, like I said, I've been making YouTube videos for a year and a half. I just wasn't making them on this channel. I was making them on my other channel. And so they weren't getting distributed the way that they could have if it was on its own, like just strictly manifesting channel. Trinity says, maybe they both said that. Maybe they both did. Leanne says, a previous video said Jake. Virtual knockout. Then people started copying Roxy. And it's true. And I'm not going to hide it anymore. I used to try to be like coy about it, but like, I'm kind of like, when it first happened, I was really fucking pissed. I was really offended by it. And I'm like, can't you just come up with your own stuff? Like, are you that fucking like, how are you out here acting like you're a coach and you're a content creator and you're taking my shit almost word for word? Like, that's embarrassing. That's how I felt in 2020. Now that I'm kind of on the other end of it, I'm like, that's what they're going to do. They're going to find the good shit and they're going to fucking copy it. The people that do. The people that copy will copy. Nothing's going to stop them from that. The people that create will continue to create. And that's just kind of where, whatever. So I've talked before, like some of my gripes with YouTube, and that's one of them. That was a big one, is that like people just steal your work and then they talk shit about you and they make rude videos about you and call you out of your name. Like, you don't even know me. Steal my work, then talk shit about me. Cool. Anyways. Yeah. So I don't know. Like I normally, like before I was like really working on not affirming it. And now I'm just like, that's what happened, man. That's what it was. And now I'm on I have a different perspective from it. And, if you're putting your content out, especially on YouTube, be very, there's a little bit of letting go that has to happen. Like, someone's going to see it and be inspired by it. And they may like, repurpose it in a way that's respectful, or they may just fucking rip it the fuck off and call it a day. But sorry, I got so focused on what I was saying. But yeah, so if you're making stuff on YouTube, I know there's a lot of YouTube creators that follow this channel. Just know that like, or maybe don't. Maybe take that and change it. My work is protected. But I also, I used to say stuff like that, and then I would get the messages like, "It's not your fucking shit, Roxy. You didn't make this up. We gave it to you." So there's another reason where I'm like, whatever, man. Like, it is what it is. I think the way I deliver it is mine. So when people copy the way I deliver, that's when I get really annoyed. I'm like, wow, you have no personality. I'm going to be a mean girl a little bit because you're stealing my shit and you're making it worse. And I'm going to I'm going to stop talking about that, because now what's going to happen? Now someone's going to say something very nice and respectful. People are so nice. They're so respectful of me and my content. I love being online. It's such a nice environment. Best community ever. People are so kind. Sunny says, never had candy corn, not a British thing. What actually is it? I don't know what the fuck it is. It's like tasty wax. No, I'm just kidding. It's not wax, but it's like corn syrup, hard corn syrup. And it just tastes like sugar. And it's so polarizing. Some people like absolutely hate it. I think it's just fucking, it's hard. And it's not even hard. Sometimes it's hard. It's more, and it's not chewy. It's like you push down and it kind of like, it like mush dissolves. And it just tastes like candy. I mean, sugar. So I like candy corn. I'm not afraid of it. I'm not scared. But when they're hard, they are hard. But when they're soft, I think they're yummy. And I just think it tastes like sugar. Oh, Jalen says candy corn tastes like honey and sugar. Okay, so honey. That makes sense. Leanne says, love cilantro, hate candy corn. I like both. One of my favorite sweets. I love peanut butter cups. So since I'm vegan, Justin's peanut butter cup, or no, they're almond. Oh my God. Justin's dark chocolate almond butter cups with the little quinoa crunchies on top. Oh my God. Every time my husband and I go grocery shopping, well, if we go to Whole Foods or Sprouts, they don't have them at the regular stores. But every time we go, which we almost always go to Whole Foods or Sprouts, we always get the little, and then I guess Trader Joe's has their own, they have like sunflower butter ones. We always get the little, that's like my shopping treat. So every time I go shopping, I get a Justin's cup. And they're so good. So good. And like, even if you're not vegan, they're good. I promise. Okay. I'm so good at focusing on manifestation talk. Vegan gang. Dita, yeah, Justin. I'm always like, Johnston. I love you, Johnston. Johnston's comps. You guys have like voice. I'm weird. I have voices I talk in. And one of them, it's just like I add an N to like words that don't have N's in them. I'm like, Johnston. Lance Combs. I'm a character. Do I like to bake? No. I love to eat what comes from baking, but I just not. My mom was a good baker. My husband's a good baker. I'm not. Like I could. It's not like I can't. I can do anything I try to do. Like I'm good at stuff, but I'm not really a fan. It's too much to do on the sifting and the. But I love to eat baked goods. Tion says, I've never tried those Justin's peanut butter cups, but I will next time I go to the store because of Roxy. Try the ones with the quinoa on top. I know it sounds weird, but it's just like, it's almost like a Rice Krispie. So it just like adds a little bit of crunch to it. Oh my God. They're so good. They're so good. Dina says, I just found a recipe to make gnocchi out of tofu. I just saw that last night. And I want to do it too. Gnocchi out of tofu. I'm going to try it. We should both try it and then report back to each other. Royal Rizzo says, I've never had Justin's. They taste like Reese's. They don't taste like Reese's, but it's like, it's still a peanut butter cup. Like how do I explain it? Like Reese's, I haven't, it's been a while, but they're like oily. You know what I mean? Like they're kind of like wet almost. And Justin's are kind of dry. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like the way I don't know how to explain it. So they're not as like oily, but they're delicious. And they, like, in my opinion, I don't eat it and be like, oh, I wish this was a Reese's. I eat it and I'm like, how the fuck is this so good? Why is this so good? Can I have 20? So, and they sell them in bags. Like you can get like little ones, like the little cup size, but they don't have the little quinoa crunchies on top. And I think those are peanut butter. And then the ones that have, there might be peanut. The ones that have the crunchies on top, I'm pretty sure are almond butter. I could be mixing things up, but it doesn't matter. Why am I going so in depth about cups? Because they're so good. Johnson. Okay, Maya. What would I suggest for you to make your own money from mentoring programs, books, and speaking from scratch from no real income? And would I ever customize a payment plan or package for someone who wanted to work with you one-on-one? Yeah, I would consider that. So if Maya, if you want to email us at hello@roxytalks.com, Leanne can get you squared away. Like we can open the conversation and kind of talk to you about like what we offer and stuff like that. Oh, Anna, I love your question. I want to get back to that in just a second. It's funny that you said that because I was just thinking about that today. Fly girls, hey. Okay, Maya, what would I suggest for you to make your own money from mentoring programs, books, and speaking from scratch, from no real income? So just no, I had no real income at all. I had like, when I started my business, we were living in LA on one income. That is like You don't like you don't do that here. Like you can't really do that here. It's like almost unheard of. I mean, I know people do it, but it's like it's very much unheard of for there to be a one income household for two people in LA and be able to afford it. So we were broke. We had enough money to pay our bills and like barely enough to eat, and that's it. That's it. And we were buying like this is before I was no, this is after I was vegan actually. Let me take that back. Before I went vegan, we were still broke. But we were eating like, like the 99-cent pound chicken. We would buy that like 99-cent pounds chicken because like it was like chicken thighs. They were good, but they were like really cheap stuff, and then make that last like all week and stuff. And not just 1 pound, but anyways, my point is that when I started, I had no money. I had no money for programs. I barely had enough to, for my website or whatever. But I had taken coaching courses before. And I did sign up for one. I signed up for a program that was like $1 for your first week. And then it was like $39 for the month. And I like literally had to have my friend pay for it because I didn't have that. But that program helped me start my website and everything. So just so you know, you can do it from scratch. And yes, I had someone that gave, a program that was $1 and I had a friend that paid that $39 for me that first month, but I had nothing. Like I had nothing just like you. Or from what you're saying. And it was really about like, what can I do? What do I have? What resources do I have? I'm good online. I can work my way around a fucking technical. I could figure anything out. I could build anything. I can make anything. My husband and I together, we have artistic background. I can film. I can be on camera. I know this, I know behavioral science. And I'm learning the fuck out of manifestation because those months I was talking about, I was really, really practicing. Like 30 days of alignment, June 1st, I'm still doing that. June 1st, 2019. Okay. So those first few months, I was that was probably, obviously it was the best I've ever done because now it's more of like just how I live. So it's a little more easy, but I was very diligent for those first few months. So I had my education. I had my the abilities that I had learned and the skills I had gained from working, just in general, just working jobs. And then I had this manifestation understanding that I was growing and practicing every single day. And when I kind of combined all of that, it made sense of like what I could offer. And so after I put myself through 30 days of alignment, I made it. I was like 6 days in and I was like, boo, this is something. So about 6 days into it, my original plan was like, I didn't want to be a bitch for 30 days. That was my first goal. I'm not going to be a bitch for 30 days. And I decided to do it for June, the month of June. And by like the 6th day, it had changed me so much that I was like, I could tell I was like, holy fuck, this is incredible. So I started recording what I was doing every day. I did like retroactively, I went back through the first 6 days and I was like, what was my lesson? What was I focusing on that day? What did I do that day? Recorded those. And then from that point forward, I just recorded what I did that day for those 30 days. And then that became the 30 days of alignment. So then it was like about logistics, putting it together, putting it into an email sequence. MailChimp is free. That's where I first started MailChimp. And just getting people that free content, and then I felt more in alignment with what I was doing. I believed in myself more. That's another thing. Maya, thank you for the super chat. I'm sorry I didn't thank you earlier. Like it, the clients come when you come. That sounded really weird. What I mean by that is the clients show up when you show up. When you think that you're worthy and ready and you can and blah, 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 they will come. They are a reflection of you. As cliche and whatever as that sounds, and as frustrating as it might sound, it's the truth. The clients are doing what you say they're doing. They're doing what you're doing. So you have to decide like that what you have to offer is valuable. It is worthy of compensation, and then figure out what you think that compensation should be, or what you think that it's worthy of, and then build a fucking website, put it on Wix, put it on Shopify or Squarespace or whatever. I think what is the other one? Squarespace and Square have their own websites that you can build. Wix, there's a lot of ways that you can build a website for not that much money and put your products out there, and kind of like figure out what it is that you can offer. What do you think that is worth? not what you think someone will pay for it, because they're going to pay for whatever the fuck. If they want to work with you, they're going to pay, period. And I don't mean that in like, you would better pay. I mean, like, my prices are in the range that my clients can afford, or whatever. Like, people will pay. People are paying a lot more money for what you have right now, is what I'm trying to say. They're going to pay. It's you that is worried about that. So it's like a lot of it, it's like part logistic stuff, because obviously you have to have a website. You have to have a calendar system if you're doing one-on-one coaching. You have to have a way to deliver the whatever. That's the logistical side. And then the other side of it is like convincing yourself that you can and that you're worthy of it, and that, you know, people should and do pay you of that. And then remember when I was talking about that bouncing the ball, a tennis ball on the racket? You keep that up for the rest of your fucking life. And if you drop that motherfucking ball, you pick that thing up right away. You put it back. Or you deal with why it fell. You look at why did I drop the ball right here? And what can I do to, you know, aid myself in picking the ball back up? Awareness and discipline is always what it boils down to. Someone's asking me if I'm still doing music. Yeah, okay. Do I still want to make music? Yes, I do, definitely. I am still making it. I have a bit of a workaholic syndrome problem, and so it's hard for me sometimes to, and I know I'm saying this right now. I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to change the story. Sometimes it's hard for me to like put work down and just make music. So I still have an album that I'm working on for you guys that is literally for manifestation, for manifestors, to listen to like regular music with content that's actually like uplifting and helpful, and like, you know, is going to get you where you want to go and not like take away from you. And I just, I don't get in the studio often enough, but I'm working on that. And my husband is going to be setting up my studios every day, because basically what the issue is that I use the same, my recording setup is the same equipment that I use to record music. Like this microphone I'm talking into is my music recording microphone. So it's like everything has to change essentially. Like I have like a taller stool that I sit on. So like this is like this computer that I'm talking to you on is on a moving stand. So the stand moves up, the mic goes up, the lights move, the stool comes in, a rug has to come down. So there's a little bit of a barrier, and I'm reading the book Atomic Habits. And so I have a little bit of a barrier between recording. I can't just like sit down and record unless my husband like sets up my studio like after Mindset Monday, so that it's set up all week long. So that's something that we're working on. But there is an album coming. I just don't know when. But it'll be there. It's going to be great. Oh yeah, Anna says, what's the most beautiful thing your hubby did? Okay, I wanted to answer this question because today he just did something where I was just like, God damn, he's thank God. So earlier today, I wanted to wear some orange jewelry. As you can imagine, I don't have any orange jewelry. So I was like, I want like pumpkins or something. I asked my husband. And so we have a CVS by our house. I was like, can you go to CVS and see if you can find me some like orange jewelry or something? So he went to CVS and he bought me like this necklace. This is a necklace too. This is little pumpkins. And then he got me these little earrings. I don't know if you can see them, but there's like a candy corn earring and then a little pumpkin. And there's a couple more. But anyways, I was putting in the candy corns, and where I put my earrings, so annoying, but where I put my earrings on in my room, like the place that to me makes the most logical sense to put my earrings on, is right over a fucking like heater vent. And I'm always terrified and I have these long ass nails. So anytime I'm fucking with jewelry, I'm like, ugh. And I'm always afraid that something obviously is going to fall down the fucking vent. And today was the day it did. I thought the vent was like that deep. It's arm's length deep, from shoulder to fingertip. So my husband's like, I'll get it. I don't think either of us realized how deep that thing was. So he pulls the thing off. And then so he was like literally to his shoulder. He had his phone down there. He's looking with a freaking flashlight. He's like he's like, is that magnetic? And we're trying to see if the earrings were magnetic. And finally, I think he got like a bottle opener because it has like it was like a long thing with like the loop on it. He's like, this will get it. And he's just down there like digging around for it. And I'm like, what a fucking amazing, amazing husband. That would have been the last, I would have had one earring. If it, you know what I mean? If it was, I would have just had one earring forever. And you wouldn't have even noticed it because my hair would be covering. But look, we got them both back. Okay. Or we got them both. So just today he did something where I was just like, God damn, like what a good man. Tian says Roxy's husband knows how to shop. Love the candy corn necklace. He's so cute. He's also an artist, so he's like really, and he like dresses. He's like good style. I like his aesthetic. That's part of the reason why I was attracted to him. But he is aesthetically inclined or gifted, so that's good. It helps. Because I was thinking about something pumpkin-y, and this is way cuter than pumpkins. Because I have where is that pumpkin still? No, I have like a pumpkin like brooch I was gonna wear, but it was like really big and kind of dorky. I'm like, no. Okay. Tommy says husband goals. Yeah, he is the best. I love him. I'm seeing a connection between Music Engine and Sunnyverse. We have several members of our community who use a wheelchair, and I can't pretend to know what that's like at all. But I love the fact that you guys are here together connecting, and Sunny looks like you have a little more, some perspective that you can offer. And I love that. And I appreciate that. And I just, I don't, how do I say this? Music Engine. You said, can't walk for 4 years. Sometimes I remember, I feel bad sometimes. How can I delete my bad experiences? So, okay. Do you watch Dr. Joe? Have you heard about Dr. Joe Dispenza? Because he he dealt with his own paralysis and reversed it. And now he kind of travels the world helping people do similar things. So I would suggest first off checking out Dr. Joe Dispenza because that's, a doctor who has done it himself and has seen it happen for other people. And they have scientific evidence of it. Dina actually just saw Dr. Joe last month. So Dina was like there. She can tell you like firsthand. There's that. I also, and I want to say, like, what I'm going to say, I hope I don't come off insensitive because I don't know what it's like. And so I don't want to say anything that sounds like ableist or whatever. So I apologize ahead of time. If I do, it's not intentional. I just want to, offer as much as I can from my perspective as a manifester or as a manifestation coach. I have a 4-step healing process that I use on myself, and I recommend to people that are dealing with any sort of physical fill in the blank. It doesn't matter what it is. And it's, in my opinion, it's what you think. It's, like Forrest Gump said, life is what you make it. Like, oh no, Forrest Gump. Oh my God, no, it's the fucking dude from Joe Dirt. That's who it was in my head. Sorry. Sometimes they send me things. It was the guy from Joe Dirt. Life is what you make it. That guy. That life is what you make it. But really, with as far as manifesting, the body is a manifestation, and I can't say what you can convince yourself of, or what. I mean, I don't want to be insensitive in any way. Leanne, thank you. Leanne linked my episode about physical healing. So that's my 4-step process for healing. It involves 1, disassociation with we'll call it the illness or the ailment, disassociation and renaming. Step 2 would be using visualization to change your perspective and to only operate from that visual, like that perspective. Third would be to using your affirmations to describe yourself as the opposite of the ailment. And then fourth would be to do whatever physical healing and health stuff your doctor recommends, because this is not substitution for medical advice or anything. This is to supplement your medical stuff so that your mind is in the right space to aid your medical stuff in the best way possible. So that's what I would suggest. Let's see what someone said about Dina says Dr. Joe's story is crazy. Yes, he's the real deal. Fly Girl says, I love Joe Dispenza. He helped me understand that I could heal myself. Sunny says, I always feel, why should I manifest my disability away when I can manifest a world where disabled people can be proud to be who they are? And that's exactly why, like, I wanted to be careful of like what I said about your manifestations, because it's like, it's not my business. I don't know what you want, or, what you're manifesting in your life, what your perspective is. I just want to be able to give you the tools that you can use to create whatever, reality that is that you want, whether it's a world that doesn't see that shit or accepts it fully, or and not accepts it, but like how to like welcomes and makes space for it, and beyond. Or do we want to focus on changing the story of the physicality of our body, or both? Like, it's like, it literally can do all the above. And it's up to you, so, so music, you're here with a very supportive community. If you want to go to community.roxytalks.com, we have a free group that you can join where you can kind of, basically it's like Mindset Monday all the time. You can kind of just go on there and chat with the people that are here. Catherine, hello. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. The train left the station, y'all. So I hope we got what we needed on the last one. I apologize. And yes, great. Please connect with the community, because we're here for each other. If I could be anybody for 24 hours, who would I be? My ideal self. Like me at 100, Beyonce version of me, Mariah Carey version of me. That's what I mean. Because at first I was like Beyonce, Mariah, but like I'd rather be me at that level. Me, or me at my highest, whatever that is. Royal, did I mention what my Halloween costume was? No, I did not. But I put it up on my story last week. I guess I could post a picture today. I meant to do it this weekend. I forgot. My husband and I were Kurt and Courtney. We generally do couples costumes. We've been doing couples costumes like for the last 10 years. And we generally do like famous-ish people. I'll tell you, like, okay. So we did Katy Perry and Russell Brand. Like, that's how long ago we've been doing it. We did 1 year we did Hunger Games. So I was Effie Trinket, and he did Seneca Crane. We did Baby Firefly and Otis Driftwood. We did Jem and Rio. That was one of my favorites. We know about Jem and her boyfriend Rio. Was that our last caller? Huh? Yeah, we did Cheech and Chong. I was trying to go in order, but Cheech and Chong was recent. So we did Cheech and Chong. We did Amy Winehouse and Willie Nelson, which are not really like a couple, but we're, kind of same vein. Last year we did Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker. And I was 2 Courtneys in a row. This year we did Courtney and Kurt. So we generally, we usually do like famous couples. It's just like, he has a beard. He has a beard. So sometimes it makes our costumes kind of like it narrows down what we can do. Leonard says a lot of witches are saying Bitcoin is about to go insane again. Maybe I'll buy some Bitcoin. It's Halloween. It's my birthday next week. Why not? I don't know. To be honest with you, Leonard, I don't know much about it at all. I really don't know anything about cryptocurrency. But I know I should probably bought a Bitcoin last year or 2 years ago. So maybe I should buy one. Maybe I'll get some Bitcoin for my birthday. Thanks, Leonard. Royal Rizos, you're sweet. I appreciate you. You said, I'm sure you slayed always. I've always tried to. Dina says, get ready. Tomorrow's November 1st. Yep, that means our 21-day confidence boot camp starts tomorrow. I'm really excited. We're not going to go hard in the sense that like it's going to be like, there's not going to be exertion. I don't want people exerting, but I am going to like challenge you and like ask you to step outside of your box, because your box isn't manifesting you what you want. So fuck your box in the nicest way possible. Oh, Leanne, you didn't get to see my costume? Okay, I'll text you pictures. Yeah, and I put it on my personal Instagram page. So Roxy Lee Hart, it's on that. I put one picture up there on that page, I think. Or did I just put that on my story? No, I put it on my story. I'm sorry. I'll have to put it on my actual profile. Tion says, I knew Roxy would say herself. Thanks, Tion. I appreciate you. I'm glad I said me too. That means I've grown. Catherine says, hey, Roxy, I have a question. When 3D finally catches up, what to do to energetically align with those experiences / emotions? This is my answer, is how are you not already aligned if they're showing up? You know what I'm saying? Like this question is very contradictory to me, because it's like, if you were in alignment, you wouldn't be asking this question. So that tells me that maybe you're not all the way in alignment. If you're still wondering how you're going to get it, you're not in alignment. So why are you having trouble believing it? Why are you worried you're not going to do it right? Why are you worried you're not going to be in the right space? Are you not in the right space all the time? Like really like analyze, what do you mean? How do I align with it? I'm aligned already. Like, that's where my brain went with it. Any B-Day plans? Yeah, maybe. I'm torn between a couple things, but I also want to keep them private because I live in LA. And I kind of want to have some peace on my birthday. Not that I expect someone would just like show up somewhere, but they fucking might. I don't know. So I'm like, how about I tell you the Monday after my birthday what I did versus telling you before? And I'm like that with everything. Like my costumes, I didn't tell you guys till after I did them. Here's one thing I told you beforehand that came true. Do you guys remember me talking about my niece that was being born and I told you I predicted her name? I was right. So my cousin Jacqueline that passed away, she's like my sister. This is her name right here. Her brother, he didn't just have a baby, but his wife just had a baby like on Saturday. And like 2 months ago, I was sitting at my grandma's and I was talking to my grandma, my aunt, and we were talking about, I was like, oh, do they have baby names picked out? And they said, oh yeah, they're thinking about this name Ren, because I guess they knew somebody whose name was Ren. And in my head, clear as day, and they had already told me that they were going to name the middle name Jacqueline, which of course I assumed the second it was a girl, we all knew that her middle name would be Jacqueline, right? So I knew that her middle name would be Jacqueline, and my grandma said, oh, they're thinking about this name Ren. And in my head, clear as day, I hear this bitch go, Ren Jacqueline. I don't fucking think so. Her name is Zoe. And so I told my grandma, and I guess my aunt wasn't there yet. I texted my aunt. She was like coming over. She was on her way over. And I texted her and I was like, Jacqueline, I was like, Jacqueline just told me the baby's name is Zoe. That's like that's the text I sent my aunt. It's her mom. This is Jacqueline's mom I'm talking to. And she goes, that's so weird because Zoe is like one of the names. It's like one of the only names they have. And I didn't want to say much. She was like, they're still they're still thinking about it. And even like up until like weeks ago, I asked if they had decided. And my cousin's wife was like, he's still not totally sold on Zoe. His name is Joey. So that's not his name is Joe. We call him Joey. So Joey and Zoe, I can imagine why he probably was like, eh. But I was like, okay, I'll wait. I'll just see what the name is going to be. But I knew like my cousin's with her, the baby, right? Like she told me her fucking name. I heard it as clear as day. Ren Jacqueline. I don't fucking think so. Her name is Zoe. So anyways, Zoe Jacqueline was born this weekend and she came into the world and I'm just like, I knew it. So that was fun. And I'm like, does my family think I'm crazy or do they believe me that I'm like talking something? I don't know. Do they think I'm psychic or do they think I'm crazy and weird? Probably both. Nay, this is our synchronicity. Yeah. Why do we have so many synchronicities like that? It's so weird. Me and Nay have like really weird synchronicities. And you just said we have a business one too. We didn't even know. So we have like this, our cousin, and we have a business. That's weird. That's weird. Do I have a favorite word? I can't say that on YouTube. I do. It rhymes with runt. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm getting loose today. Oh, Royal Roses, you don't have IG. Let me pull this picture. Where's my phone? I'll pull up a picture of Kurt and Courtney right now. Kurt's and Courtney's. Wait, hold on. Oh, let me see if I turn my brightness up if I won't have a rolling shutter. Come on. There. Kurt's and Courtney's. We had fun. It's funny because like I was like, we're gonna win there wasn't a Halloween costume. There wasn't a costume contest going on where we went, but I was like, we're gonna win it. We're gonna win best costume. I just said that, and like when we walked into the place, like someone was like, "You guys won best costume. That's best costume right there." I was like, I fucking manifested that, even though we didn't like win anything. Somebody said, I mean, I don't know who she was, but she said it, and she told a lot of her friends. Oh my God, Michelle says, I just got out of Twitter jail for that word. I remember when I was young, someone telling me that it was like the worst word ever and like women hated it and like don't ever say it to a woman and all this stuff. And I was like, why? I just never understood it. And then as I got older, I just became the word I liked. I don't know. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sometimes when I'm on here talking for so long, my chest is like, Excuse me. Mimi says, these are so much more fun than when you answered SP questions on here. I agree. And sometimes I watch those back and I'm like, oh my God, I was so angry. And you could just tell like, well, part of it, it's like, when I have stuff going on in my own life and then I'm triggered, it doesn't matter like what you're triggered about. Like it's, you know what I mean? Like I always talk about how your trigger usually has nothing to do with like what comes up because of it. So like, I'd be sitting here super triggered and I've got all this stuff going on. Like last year, like my dog died and my grandma was dying and like, it just, it had like the bells and then like all this stuff just one after another. And so it was a really hard year for me. And so it definitely reflected on Mindset Monday. And then I was watching another creator that I watch, and she was angry, and I was like, oh, that's how I sound. That's how I sound when I'm mad. And so I'm like, I can't do that anymore. I can't come on here and just be pissed. And then I come on and I just get it's so triggering. And that just drums up all this like negative emotion within me. And then I have to like say these things over and over and over and repeat myself. I don't like repeating myself in general. So it just wasn't a good vibe for me. So that's why I was like, I can't fucking do this anymore. If I was either going to quit Mindset Monday or I had to change it. So this is what I picked. Dina says, I feel like the energy has totally lifted in the past few weeks. Yay. I agree. I totally agree. And I've been working on myself. I'm always working on myself. When you go through like a lot, like when you go through so much darkness, or it's like stumble after stumble after stumble after stumble or whatever, or like hit after hit after hit, it's hard to like stay up because like you're working and then something happens and you got to deal and you have to mourn, or you have to have your emotions, whatever is going on. And so you're constantly trying to get back and then back down and then back and then whatever. So, it's much easier to maintain when you don't have a lot of stuff going on. I know that. I understand it. I get it. I'm human too. But we just have to work at it every day. It's like the only thing we can do. Mesh says you kind of miss the yelling. I yell sometimes, but like, I don't want to yell. Like, I'm not your mommy. Why the fuck do I need to yell at you? I don't even know you guys. You know what I mean? Like when you really think about it, like, why the fuck am I yelling at somebody? I don't know you. I don't know your shit. I'm not your SP. What the fuck do I like? It's none of my goddamn business. But me, when I express. So it's just like it comes out, and then I have my voice projects. It comes out loud. And it's high energy and loud. It seems like yelling. And it's like, in reality, I don't really have any personal feelings about any. I mean, I have loving feelings for you guys, but I don't know you guys. I don't have any like preconceived. I don't have any thoughts about you or judgments about you. So I really like literally I'm so non-judgmental about your situations that like it's like when I do yell and get like that, like it's not me. It's not like Roxy being mad at you again. So it's just, I don't like being in that. Like if I'm mad, I'll be mad. I'm not afraid to be mad, but I don't want to just be mad because somebody asked me a question that triggered feelings inside me. Like why? Like I should be charging for that. The whole point of 30 days of alignment, the whole beginning of me starting this business was I didn't want to be a bitch for 30 days straight. I didn't want to react like I don't want to be yelling at people. I'm not your fucking mommy. I don't have kids for a reason, right? Like I don't want to be yelling at anybody. So certainly don't want to be coming on here every weekend yelling at people that I don't know. Oh my gosh. But I love you guys and I want to help you with your love stuff. That's why I have so many videos on the channel. We have the specific person workshop, which like I put so much into that thing. I taught that thing for like a year straight live before I made the recorded version of it. So like I talked to you guys, like, and I would do 3 people a class and we did 3 a week. So I was doing that like nine people a week on that. So I really, really was able to dial in and nail down what and where the love stuff was. And so that workshop is really fucking good. It's like, it's my best workshop. Well, it's my best selling workshop. Obviously I love 360, but the love one is just like, everybody wants love. Everyone wants to feel loved, or at least not loved, so SP workshop, like it's, I have so much content and resources for people about love that I don't feel like, I don't need to come on here and scream about stuff every week. It's just, there's no point. Do I often play back the Mindset Monday videos? Not very often. I don't really like the sound of my voice. It annoys the fuck out of me. So like I usually don't listen to Mindset Monday. And generally also another reason I don't listen to Mindset Monday is because in the past I was always triggered. And so it would trigger me again to listen to myself being angry or being annoyed. But then other times I would listen to it and be like, oh, it wasn't that bad. Because like I get off on Mindset Monday a lot of times and I'd feel so bad. Like I feel like the worst person in the world. I just like feel like such an asshole, such a bitch. Like I'm over here yelling at people I don't even know about. Like they just wanted to help with their love and I'm sitting here screaming at them. Like I would feel so bad. That was another reason why I didn't want to fucking do it anymore. Like I was going to close it down. So So sometimes I would listen back and I'd be like, okay, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as it seemed in the moment. Like I'm screaming at this person. So sometimes the Mindset Mondays help. Other times I'm like, turn it off, mute it. I can't fucking hear it. I can like it's like nails on a chalkboard to me sometimes. So I barely even watch my own videos. Like I don't even watch them when they come back from the editor because I can't. Like, I literally don't. I don't have the capacity for it. So I watch the videos with you guys when they're live. That's the first time I see them. Is when we do the live chats with the videos. That's when I watch them, which I'm sure my editor loves because then I'm like, oh, this was wrong in the video, but like it's already fucking uploaded and it can't be undone. So next time. You're so funny. Mimi says, we are your kids, Roxy. You teach us like a parent would teach their kids. You're my babies. Well, I'm sorry if I passed on any trauma to you. And that's why I'm glad I don't have any kids of my own, because I wouldn't have like known then to not pass on trauma like that I could maybe better do now. Malachi, we were talking about you earlier. I was wondering if you were coming. Hi. We were talking about music. On a, how do I see myself as an artist, a teacher, a singer? I see myself as, to be real honest with you, I see myself as a visionary. That's just the word that comes up. I have a gift of expansive sight. And I just, I don't know, I got good ideas. I'm able to execute them. I definitely am an artist, of course. That's like, I'm an artist and a visionary, I would say. And, you know, one of the mediums I use for art is music. One of my favorite, let's say my favorite medium for art is music. Je ne sais quoi says, I had a boss who'd say, I'm not yelling, I'm just passionate. And I get that. I appreciate that tough love. That's how it is for me too. It's like, again, it's like, I'm not like angry, you know, like I don't like, again, I'm not mad at the people asking the questions. I don't know you. I don't have any reason to be mad at you, but I have a personal life. I have my own life going on, you know, or, you know, back then. And so when the triggering of like, oh, this question again, and this again, and this again, and like, I just told you last week, what am I gonna say it again? Like that's how it started to feel, and it just like, Molly. I keep telling Malachi every week, we're gonna work on music, and then I just keep doing my business. Music's coming. I just started Rick and Morty in a really long time. Georgina says, since I struggle with this too, and you just mentioned it, if you don't like your own voice, how do you work on your music? Is that something you're still into? Yeah, it is something I'm still into. And I have to do a lot of fucking self-work. Like, because I don't always like the way I sound. And I would have a lot more music out if I wasn't such a perfectionist about how I sound. So ask Malachi. We have made so much fucking music together that no one's heard. Me and Malachi have been making music together for 10 years. Like we have done a lot. And actually it's going to be our 11-year anniversary this year. We met on 11/11. Malachi and I did 11/11/11. Oh no, 12-year anniversary. Yeah, we met on 11/11/11. We've been making music together ever since. And I haven't released a lot of music, and it's because of that, because of my perfectionism and stuff. And also like things get 75% done. I think that's also my ADHD coming through with that. So, how do I handle listening to myself? With my music, I'm actually more, I pride myself on being a songwriter more than like a singer. Like I love to sing, but I think that the way that I conceptualize and craft music with the backing and all this like stuff, that to me, I'm just like, fuck, this is just, that's so epic. Like that's what like fires me up. And so when I listen to my voice, it's more about like technical stuff. And, you know, I haven't in a while. I haven't been in my lessons for a few months, but I was doing lessons like all year. So just learning how to use my voice better. helps with using my voice better. And then when I'm listening for technical stuff, and I'm working on not judging myself. I'm not judging, I'm just listening. Everybody's voice is different. There are voices out there that I think are more annoying than my own that are famous. So like, or not famous, or that make money or have fans or whatever. So like, it's all relative. It's all, the perspective of the listener. And so my job is just then to deliver a product that I can be proud of. Like I do find my voice like kind of like whiny and nasally. And so, and like I said, it's like nails on a chalkboard to me. So I work on my voice, and then when I'm recording and when I'm listening, I have to be very conscious of my thoughts. And, I'm also telling myself like that music makes money and like it's going to be successful and people are loving it and I make great music and stuff like that. So I'm really working on my affirmations while I'm doing it, and I'm listening more for like technical stuff more than like judging my voice as a voice. 'Cause I can't do anything about how I sound. You know what I mean? Like my voice comes out the way it comes out. There's nothing I can do about that part. So I just have to be, I can control the part I do control, and, work on the rest. Leanne says, I love your meditation voice. It's the best. This voice, close your eyes and begin breathing deep into your diaphragm and exhaling. I don't know, I'm just making shit up. I guess I can control how my voice comes out, but I don't want to all the time. Oh my God, Rosanna says, oh shit, our makeup is matching. Dressed up as Mavis from Hotel Transylvania. I have black lipstick on. Yes. I read that really well. Blah, 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 blah. Georgina says, don't you have to love your own voice so that other people love your voice too? Listeners will love you if you say they will, right? We gotta let go of those limiting beliefs. They're gonna love my voice because my music's great. This is what I was saying. People like, okay, this is why I said there's people in the industry or people that have fan bases that have, in my opinion, a more annoying voice than I do. What I meant by that was that like people out there are gonna like it regardless if I like it or not. Like, okay, how about this? I don't think that people aren't gonna like my voice. I don't like it. I know they like it. They fucking tell me all the time. I don't like it. And I don't mean that in like to sound cocky. I'm just saying like whether they're gonna like it is not on the. Of course they're gonna like it. Have you heard some of the music that's out? Of course they're gonna fucking like it. That's not an issue. Do I like it? Sometimes. I like my music, obviously, but like sometimes my voice annoys me. It does. Like that's what it is. But I don't think like I see where you're going with this, but I don't have this story of like, oh no, what if they don't like it? I don't give a fuck. If you don't like it, don't listen. Like I know how to skip a song. My voice, my music is not going to resonate with everybody, and I don't ever expect it to. And maybe that's part of it is like maybe that like I know people aren't going to like it. I don't like stuff. Doesn't make it bad. I just don't like it. Like football, I don't give a fuck about football, or I don't care in any way. The only thing I like about football is eating and drinking with people, like the party aspect. It's the only reason why I would ever go to a football anything themed anything a game. I've never been to a football game. I would go to like a Super Bowl party for the snacks and the drinks and the people. I don't give a fuck about what's going on the screen. Does that make football bad? Huh? Does it mean that people aren't going to watch football? No. It just means that I don't. Who cares? What the fuck? You think the NFL cares if they hook me? No. And guess what? They're gonna, because I'm going to watch it because fucking Rihanna's playing. So maybe they know what they're doing. Either way, I'm going to watch the halftime show. I don't give a fuck about the game. I'm not going to pay attention, but I will watch Rihanna go up there. You guys are funny. So, I see where you're going with it, but it's like the overall story. I know my music is good. I know my shit. Like when I listen to my music, sometimes I'm like, this shit's life changing. This shit is gonna fucking change the world. And I affirm I have millions of devoted listeners worldwide. So yeah, again, whether the people are gonna like it is not it's not even up for debate. Like, and the other thing is like music has genres, and some, everybody has genres they like and genres they don't like. Every single person. So why would I take offense to that? My goal is to put my shit in front of the people who are gonna love it. And guess what? They're gonna love it because it's good. Again, does my voice grate on my own? Everybody in the chat's telling me not to say so. So guess not. I love my voice. I love it. You guys are funny. SG says the majority of the things I do are about the snacks. Me too. My life pretty much revolves around food, honestly. Shantae, he said it when I went into meditation voice, it shocked your nervous system. Shantae, I apologize. Breathe deep. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Relaxing, gently breathing, falling deeper and deeper into relaxation. Dina, I agree. I'm with you on that one. Tiffany says, Gwen Stefani once said that she was surprised that Prince wanted to work with her because she doesn't think that she's doesn't think she's that good of a singer. She has her own style, but didn't think she sounded that great for Prince. Gwen Stefani is a perfect example. Her voice is unique and it has its own qualities or whatever. And Gwen's amazing. She's a style icon. The Tragic Kingdom album was so ahead of its time. It's still to this day, just holds up. Such a fucking phenomenal album. I love her. I told you guys before, she's my aging with style and grace icon. I love her. She's not Beyonce. We're not, nobody's Beyonce, but we got Beyonce, Mariah, Whitney's that's a very select group of people, right? So I totally 100% relate to that exact thing. That's exactly kind of how I feel. It's I have my own style. I know my music is tight. I like the way I write songs, the way I do backing and all that stuff. Sonically, it's going to be amazing. So I don't know. I don't know what we're still talking about. Okay. Ashley, you like our decorations? Thank you. I told my husband an hour before we started, I was can we have Halloween? That's another amazing thing he did for me today. Set this whole setup. Excuse me, again, when I'm talking, my lungs are doing things. Talking so much. Dina says, I swear all artists have this imposter syndrome. If you don't have imposter syndrome, are you a real artist? Honestly, I'm not even joking, because if you don't have the eye to be is this enough? You don't have a critical eye. You're not an artist. Questioning whether or not you're valid is part of being an artist. You can't make something great by just, that's done, bye. And no editing, no adjusting, no growing. It literally, I do not believe that, is this a real puppy? I wish. It's a real little mummy. I truly believe that imposter syndrome is part of being an artist. And frankly, if you don't have it, you're probably not very good. And I didn't make that up. I read that somewhere. It's if you don't have imposter syndrome, you're not a real artist. Dina says, I always think I could have made that better. It's never ending with the perfectionism for me. I'm the same way. I'm 100% the same way. Yeah, perfectionism is like really like it's paralyzing sometimes, right? Because you're just like, I'm not gonna put it out. Sorry. Um, Whatever. Like you just can't. I'm like that too. Like I just won't. I mean, like, do I look like somebody who does shit on accident? You know what I mean? Like, everything is like very meticulously planned and crafted for me, I think personally. So, um, as far as like image or like what I'm putting out is very important for me to like put out really quality shit. So if it's not that, then I'm not interested really. And Malachi says, Roxy ASMR tape coming soon. Maybe. If he can convince me of it. Georgina says, me too. That's why I have so many unreleased songs. Georgina, I'm with you. I feel you, girl. Same. I think all of us, all artists are like this. It's a part of the artist journey. You have to question your art in order to make it better. You know what I mean? Like if you don't have a discerning eye for your art, it's not going to be that good. Linda, are you talking about me? Is my Virgo in Mars? Or my Mars is in Virgo? I thought my Mars was in, no, my Mars is in like Scorpio or something. It's something like evil. Wait, Mars. Mars is, yeah. Yeah, Mars is fighting. Sometimes I get Mars and Mercury mixed up because the M's. But Mercury's communication, Mars is fighting. And I think I'm a Scorpio Mars. Am I a Virgo Mars? I'm gonna have to look at my chart now. I'm a Venus in Virgo. Thank you, Leanne. Mars and Scorpio, Venus and Virgo. That's what I thought. Thank you, Leanne. Yeah, my Venus is in Virgo. My Mars is in Scorpio. And so is my sun, bitch. So I am not scared. Like I said, I'm not afraid of getting my hands dirty. I'm not afraid of getting angry. I just don't want to. I'd rather not. I have stuff to do today. Okay. What even is Mindset Monday anymore? It's just me reading comments, like not and barely answering manifestation questions anymore. Crystalline Mine, thank you. I appreciate it. My husband just put this beautiful stuff up for today, and then next Monday it'll be gone because all this stuff is our actual like our decorations, and I want it back in the house for tonight. Mesh says, if your Venus is in Virgo, then there's hope for me. Are you Venus in Virgo? It's funny because when I just realized that like a couple months ago, and like I have sworn off Virgos 3 times as far as relationship goes. It took me 3 times to really learn the lesson, but I do not do well in relationships with Virgos. And then when I found out my Venus was in Virgo, I'm like, okay, there's something there. There's something, I don't know what it is, but there's something there. Oh, good. Nothing's better than black lipstick on your teeth. Okay, what time is it? 2:23. Wow. I mean, it's not 2:23. I've been on here for 2 hours and 23 minutes. And it's crazy because like an hour went by so fast. Last time I checked, it was an hour and 23. Leanne says Taylor Swift also has Mars and Scorpio. Isn't she a Scorpio? Also? Or am I wrong? Or no, she's a Gemini. I actually don't know. I don't really follow her. I don't follow Taylor Swift's music, but god damn, do I respect that bitch. Like prolific songwriter, voice of her generation, and her fans are diehard, legit, go hard fans. Like what she has done, I have major respect for that. Oh, she's a Sagittarius. Yeah, I don't really follow. I don't listen to her music, but again, I do like respect the fuck out of her and her career. How do you not let imposter syndrome discourage and demoralize you? How do you take inspiration and drive from it instead? Listen, it's the same as everything else. You work on it every single day. You work on it when it comes up. If you are not doing 360, if you're not on top of your thoughts, your affirmations, your beliefs, then you're going to go to your art, you're going to do your art, you're going to let these things pop through and you're not going to do anything about them and you're going to continue feeling like an imposter. But if you work on your thoughts, I'm not an imposter, I'm doing it. What do you mean imposter? I got a fucking paintbrush in my hand. How can I get less imposter? Like, I mean, I couldn't be less imposter if I tried. I'm sitting here painting. What do you mean I'm an imposter? I'm painting. I'm doing music. Like, you have to answer back to your doubts. That doesn't change just because we're talking about imposter syndrome. Does not matter what your doubts are. You answer back to them and you tell them to fuck off because you are what you say you are. And you may have imposter syndrome now based on like what you've experienced up until this point, but who cares? You're like, the fact that you're painting right now means that you're getting better than you were yesterday. So what are you talking about? You have to change your narrative about whatever it is we're talking about. And 360 says all subjects, no subjects off, no days off, no thoughts off. That means if we're talking about our ability to create art, that falls under the fucking 360 category of all fucking thoughts and all subjects. There, who wanted me to yell? There you go. Sarah asks, I feel like I've been obsessing over one specific manifestation and not in others. I'm not sure how to adequately put faith in all equally. Sorry, my reading is really good today. Sarah, I have a video about manifesting multiple things at once. Also, my 360 method. I have videos on here on YouTube about it. We also have our 360 method program that's going on right now. We are in week 6 out of 8. So I'm leaving it open if people want to join because the content for 360 is evergreen. You're always going to have it. The coaching we're doing right now. So there's 3 group sessions left, 2 with me coaching, 1 with Leanne, which is group study. And then that'll be the end of the coaching for 360, but we are still in it. So if you want to join, you can join 360, get the course itself and come on and get some coaching lessons before or coaching, sessions before it's over. And what's the other thing I was going to say? Oh, come on. Or if you're interested in joining Synergy, which is my monthly subscription where you get access to all of my courses and workshops and group programs, then you would just get Synergy and you get that as well as our confidence program that starts tomorrow. So we're doing a 21-day confidence bootcamp that starts tomorrow. So Sarah, so I have several resources for you about this, but really it's like what I'm seeing in my head, they're giving me the image of like, I don't know if you've ever driven a stick, but if you drive like a manual transmission car, when you're switching from like the clutch to the gas, you're like letting them off and on at the exact same like if this is at 45, this is at 55. And if this is at 39, this is at 61 or whatever, right? Like you're constantly like they're what is it when 180 degrees? It's not, what is that called when you do 180 degrees together? It's complementary, supplementary. You know what I'm talking about? What's the word? I'm trying to think of a concept. It's like a math concept where the things equal up to 180 degrees. That's what I'm saying. So when you're doing your clutch and your gas, you're going equally between 180 degrees between these two things. I said 100, but you get what I'm saying, right? You get where my mind's at. So it's kind of like that. So what I'm trying to say to you is let off the clutch a little bit on your one manifestation and put down the gas on self-concept, manifesting all things, working on like getting rid of doubt, working on like meditating every day and like stepping into your own power and stop focusing so much on the outcome and more so on like the thing doing the manifestation. Mimi, can you manifest being as big as Taylor Swift and be as prolific as she is in her songs? Can you? You tell me. Because obviously you can do anything, but you are the deciding factor. Zoe says, there's a lot of people in my life saying I can't manifest exactly what I want, but I feel like these haters are for real being my motivators. Fuck yeah. You said manifesting out of spite. I'll show you. I kind of have that attitude too. I kind of manifest out of spite a little bit. But it's more like a, psh, you know, watch out. Like, here I come. Like once I decide I want it, it's done. It's mine, period. So, it's just like, you guys are throwing out words for me. I don't see the words I was looking at. I was thinking about reciprocal, simultaneously. No, it wasn't any of those. The word I'm thinking about, it's like one of them equals up to 180 degrees and the other one equals up to 360 degrees. It's like supplemental and complementary. Supplementary 360 degrees. Complementary is 180. I'm pretty sure. Hold on. I need to look this up now. Is this a real thing? It's been a while since I was in school, you guys. Whole long time. Complementary angles. It's a thing. Complementary angles versus and supplementary angles. Sorry. Sorry, everybody. I'm just excited that I remembered something. Oh, here we go. Okay, so my brain was kind of, listen, I was there. Two angles are complementary and supplementary angles. Okay, so an angle is complementary if the sum of their measure is equal to 90 degrees, and an angle is supplementary if the sum of the measure is equal to 180 degrees. So I was you get where my brain was going, right? Sometimes they put like all these, it's like I'm seeing like literally like a basket at Target when you go shopping, your shopping basket, like the one you hold. That's what they like hand me that. And they're like, okay, here's your analogy, unpack all this stuff. And so I'm trying to like explain, I'm like, there's a gas pedal and a clutch going on. I'm seeing complementary and supplementary angles. So I'm trying to like combine like what they're trying to tell me with this. How many can you work on manifesting at once? Everything. You're manifesting everything in your life right now. Everything around you. You're manifesting the fucking walls around you. You're manifesting me right now. You're manifesting the cells in your body. Everything is a manifestation. So how many can you do? As many as you can be awake. Your thoughts, how many things can you think of? 65,000 thoughts a day. It's everything all the time. So it's less about how many things can I manifest and more about how can I keep my thoughts aligned to what I want to manifest and not entertain thoughts that are going to manifest what I don't want. 360 method, again, it always comes back to that. Okay, I'm done. Sorry. That was it. The door just shut. Okay. I'm going to answer Mimi's one last question. You said, what I meant was, is it possible since Taylor is still around, would me manifesting them as big as she is will undo her manifestation of being where she's at because I'm busy? No. You can't. No. I mean, I don't know. It's your reality, Mimi. If you think that listen, if you think that only one bitch can be up there, then guess what? There can only be one. If you think that there's room for you to be as big as Taylor Swift, then there can be. If you realize that as you're getting big, Taylor Swift is going to be getting bigger, then you realize there's room for both of you guys. So, like, I don't know why you're limiting yourself so much. And that was the last question. Okay, actually, it's not because I'm going to do one more. No more questions after this, please, because I get too distracted. It's hard for me to not answer them. Crystalline Mind says, what's the boundary between self-love and being selfish? Sometimes I feel guilty for saying no to my family. Crystalline Mind, they just showed me in my mind Reddit. Like, you should go to Reddit. And I feel like you have been, I'm sorry. This is the end of my shift of answering questions. So it's going to be very direct and frank. I'm going to use umbrella terms for topic you may not have experienced, but I mean, and I don't have to apologize. I meant that with love. Like, don't ask questions because I get too distracted and I want to answer them. And I'm trying to get off, and I'll stay on here all day. But I'm still going to answer you. So no apologies necessary. What I want you to do is, what I'm going to say, like, yeah. So what I'm about to say, again, it might be blunt and it might be direct, but it's just because I don't have the energy to sugarcoat right now. But what you're saying to me sounds abusive. And I think that, it sounds like if you can't say no to your family, I think they're asking too much, or they have always asked too much, or they expect too much from you. And you need to start learning how to prioritize yourself. And, Reddit, I don't know, something about Reddit posts and like reading it, like, like, I don't know. I'm not like I don't know all the Reddit boards, so I don't like know exactly like where you should go, but I know that like Am I the Asshole and Ask Reddit are places where people leave stuff about like family stuff, and you get like a lot of perspective on like how family or whatever treating you, and like what's okay, like other people being like, that is not okay. Sometimes you don't even realize it because it's been your whole life. Like what I'm getting here from what you asked, sometimes I feel guilty for saying no to my family. Like that should never be the case with healthy boundaries. Like if I can't do it, I can't do it. Fine. Oh well, ask someone else. No big deal. But if you feel guilty for saying no, that tells me that you probably do way more than you should. You don't say no often enough. You're doing more than you feel comfortable doing, and it sounds like it's a pattern. So all of that leads me to believe that there's been a history of, and again, I'm using the word abusive behavior, but I mean so more like abusive boundaries. I'm not saying you're being abused, but I'm using that word just because I don't have the capacity to think of other ones. Or I just, that's what I mean really. So my advice to you would be start dealing with like learning. They're just showing me Reddit. They want you to go to Reddit. I mean, I don't know, go to Reddit and see what other people have to deal with, and see the way that people respond in the comments. Cause it's where the comments where you really find like so many different perspectives. And there's going to be a lot about this type of stuff. And you could even ask, like, am I being like, am I the asshole? A Reddit board. My family asked me for to do this. They always, this is the history of it. This is how I responded. They said I'm being selfish. Am I the asshole? They'll fucking tell you. And I'm only reason I'm asking, I don't know, I feel like you need a mirror held up. I feel like you need to know that what your family has done is not okay. I don't know your situation at all. I'm just basing it off of that one thing you said. I feel guilty for saying no to my family. That's a red flag. I don't feel guilty for saying no to if I can't do something, I can't. If I can, I will. Next. You know what I mean? It's like with a boundary there, with there being a healthy like give and take, that would not be on the table. You said I'll go to Reddit. Yeah. So I don't want to just like, because Reddit is kind of a crazy environment, but I feel like, and maybe they're just showing me Reddit because it's the mirror being held up. But I just think that you need some perspective from other people to realize like, oh, okay, this is actually not okay. And it's totally fine for me to put my foot down or to set some boundaries and to enforce them. And I actually just made a video like a week or two ago about handling your boundaries and stuff like that. So check out that video. You said I need to work on embodying that mindset. Yeah. And it's practice. It's practice. Somebody asked earlier, like, how do you beat your imposter syndrome? Practice every time. Every time it comes up, I'm ready. That's 360 method. Every time the guilt comes up, I'm ready for it. I'm not being selfish. I'm taking care of myself. I'm not being selfish right now. Like when I can help, I will. I'll bend over backwards for these fucking people. If I can't, I can't. And somebody else will, because that's what families do. You know what I mean? It's like, so it's just like, it's a different perspective, I think is what you're really needing to see, like, because I get the impression you're not selfish at all, just from your two sentences right there. So I think that having some perspective on like when it's going too far, like seeing other people talk about how their families take things too far and how people respond in the comments, I think is really powerful. So that's my opinion with that. And come back next week and let me know what you think. And protect yourself on Reddit. Sometimes there's mean people there. Like people are, it's an anonymous app or website or whatever. So people they'll just say whatever. Okay. Nolan, I'm not answering any more questions, but the answer is yes. If you think it defies physics, then it does. But if you realize that your body does all of the manifesting and deciding, then it doesn't matter what physics says. So homework. Someone asked about homework. My fan is hot in here. Oh, I knew I saw my fan and I didn't grab it. And now I knew, I just realized like I should have grabbed it when I saw it because I knew I was going to need it. And now I'm hot. This is a spider, but you can't tell in the video. There we go. Okay. Aquarian, appreciate you. Thank you. What do I want your homework to be? Mesh says, I laid down for most of this live and now I'm having sandwich and tacos. I set up for this whole damn thing and I want to have some tacos now. I'm hungry. Okay. Homework. Why am I drawing a blank? Because my door is closed. And all I can think about is we're starting our 21-day confidence boot camp tomorrow. So all I can think about is like, practice confidence all week. Okay. Here's something's coming about. Actually, I'm like, this is coming about, but now I want to put it in my confidence course. I don't want to give it away on Minds on Monday. Not that I don't want to give you guys stuff, but like, I'm like, this is good for the course. Hold on. Check. All right, I'm leaving this a voice note for you, but like maybe we should have a thing where it's like you list out your 10 bucket topics like from 360, like health. What would confident me feel or think about their health? What would confident me feel or think about their looks? What would confident me feel or think about their work? What would confident me feel or think about their blah blah blah? I was just gonna do that for homework for this, but now I'm thinking maybe we should put that in the course. Okay, I just sent a voice note to Leanne. That's so funny. Okay, let me think of something else. Tiffany says shutting down the imposter. It's funny that you say that because what I was thinking was like an in-person thing. And but then I was like, well, do I need to give them something that's like a writing down thing, or can we give them something that's like like a practical in the moment thing? So I was thinking the same thing, Tiffany, like a practical in the moment type deal. So I'm going to, so what I was thinking was like, when that, like you said, the shutting down the imposter, when that doubt comes up, I was thinking, like I said, I was thinking confidence. What would confident me say in this moment? So kind of like slowing down the moment after impact of a trigger. What would ideal me think about this? Or how would ideal me deal with this? Or when we're talking about the imposter, what would the version of me that like already has it or already knows think about this situation? Tiffany's like, that's crazy. We all have the same idea. Yeah. I think, I think we're on the same page there. So, Royal Roses had the same thing. Okay. So our homework this week is going to be practical. It's going to be a practical exercise, which means it requires awareness and discipline. We have to stay on top of our awareness and discipline this week. So what I want you to do is we're looking out for the imposter voice, the imposter. Like I'm hungry. I'm thinking about pasta. The imposter voice, the doubt voice, the I'm not confident voice, the I don't think I could, that voice. And we're going to fucking shut up. Tell it to shut up. Remember earlier someone asked me like if I could be anyone, who would I be? And I said like ideal me, like most confident me, like hands down, of course. Maybe that's who we're thinking about. So we're keeping that person like on retainer essentially, and that's the version of you that's like already beat the imposter syndrome, right? That version of you has already beat the imposter syndrome. That's why they have the thing. So keeping that person on speed dial, keeping them on lock, keeping them on retainer, and then being very conscious of like when you're going about your art, when you're going about your passion, when you're thinking about money, when you're thinking about possibility, when you're thinking about what's going to happen, you are watching out for the imposter voice or the doubt voice or the hater voice, whatever we want to call it. And you're redirecting and you're pumping yourself up, and we're going to practice believing in ourselves in the area of our passions. How about that? Does that work? And it could be for anything you're passionate about. This homework this week is I just want everyone to be really conscious of watching out for that voice, the doubting voice, the imposter voice, the you can't do it voice, the why, who would pay you for that? Or how come you, or why should you get it? Those kinds of thoughts, because they're not real. You're not actually unworthy of having what you want. You just have a program that tells you that. So Linnea says, all right, I'm gonna write this down. Yeah. So that's what our homework is this week. And maybe like put it on a sticky note or put it up somewhere where you can see it, put it on your fridge or something, put it on your phone, put on like daily reminders or something, but like really watching out for the imposter voice, the voice that says, not you, them, but not you. She can build a business from scratch and have no, like looking at me, right? Somebody asked here, how can I do that with no money? I just told you my story. I had no money. I didn't have any money. I didn't have any money. I had to borrow $39 from my friend to keep so that my card wouldn't get overdrafted so I could keep that program. So not, looking at me and being like, well, she did it, but I can't. No. She did it, and so can you. So looking out for the imposter voice, anytime it tries to like disrespect you or knock you down or say that you can't or whatever, you're answering back and you're learning and practicing believing in yourself. It's a practice. You know, like in my experience, you don't just like wake up and believe in yourself in all areas one day. You practice it over time. And eventually, what do you mean I can't? What are you talking about? Have you seen the progress I've made? Have you seen the paintings I've done? Like imagine if every time, oh, how about this? Here, extra credit. Taking an extra step every time that voice pops up, you not only redirect, you do something for your passion. Like, here's an example that's not exactly what I'm talking about, but similar. So in the book Atomic Habits, he talks about how like Margaret Cho and what's his name? Jerry Seinfeld, they write a joke a day, period. Even if it's a bad joke, it doesn't have to be good. It has nothing to do with the quality of the joke. It's the fact that they're not breaking their streak of writing a joke every single day. And that's what makes them good or better at what they do, because eventually if you write 365 jokes, some of them are going to be really fucking good, or at least there will be a top, there'll be a top 20 or whatever it is. So maybe it's not just if you have the opportunity, like say that you're a painter and your easel is up, you have that doubtful thought. No, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to paint for 1 minute. I'm going to pick up my brush for 1 minute. I'm going to draw for 1 minute, just 1 minute, to prove that I'm not an imposter, because would an imposter be drawing right now? No, they wouldn't. An artist would be drawing, and I'm fucking drawing. So I guess that makes me an artist. Shut the fuck up, or whatever, however you're doing it. So, yeah. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So that's our homework. Stay very conscious and aware of the inner saboteur, the imposter syndrome voice, the critic, the doubter. And when it pops up, redirect and practice believing in yourself. That's the homework. We're practicing believing in ourselves. And then if you want extra credit, do 1 minute of the thing that you just said you're not good enough to do and prove yourself wrong. Would somebody who's not fucking passionate and who's an imposter fucking take that thought and say, fuck you, and go do the thing instead? No, they wouldn't. An imposter wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? So, and again, just the fact that you're doing it means you're not an imposter. If I'm physically in the act of painting, I cannot be an imposter. I cannot be an imposter of painter. I'm painting. The two don't match up. There's like what is that? The dissonance. What is that? Cognitive dissonance. You know what I'm saying? Dina says mine is pretty dang loud, so I got to practice this. Okay, so Dina, you know what's louder? Your singing voice. So maybe when it comes up, do a fucking run, do a scale, write a lyric, write a little rhyme, write a fucking 2-sentence rhyme or something, like write a stanza. You know what I mean? Like, or go to do you have a keyboard or anything, and just like play for a minute, do something like, pick up your guitar for 1 minute and strum it. And this is coming from like Atomic Habits, like ideas I'm kind of adapting from that book. So Leanne says, an imposter would make a fake account on IG and ask people for money. That was funny. Speaking of which, I will never message you on Instagram and offer a reading for money, okay? If you get a message like that from a Roxy Talks account, check the account. It's probably fake. I have one Roxy Talks account Only one. I have one Roxy Lee Hart account. Only one. Roxy Lee Hart is my personal account. And Roxy Talks, just there's no hyphens, no periods, no fucking dashes. There is no underscores. The L is an L. It's not a one. There's one X, one Y. Everything is spelled normally. And I have one account for my personal and one account for my business. And I do not ever message anybody telling them that their vibes were so great that I wanted to offer them a reading. That will never fucking happen. Okay. So if you get something like that from me, it's a fake account. Please don't email me and say that you're disappointed that I would offer you a reading over fucking DM when I would obviously never do that. And just, pay attention. Not that that's ever fucking happened. Okay. I stop now. Tiffany says, yes, my imposter is selective. Some things I do like Wonder Woman. I know I am me. Other times it's the imposter for sure working through this hardcore for this week. Yes. Okay. So here's another part that you can do. Since you know what it's like to stand in your Wonder Womanhood for some things, you know what it feels like, you know what it stands like, you know what it doesn't feel like. So when you find yourself in that energy, you can say, is this how I would feel about X, Y? Like if it, like let's say you feel Wonder Woman about concerts, right? Concerts, you feel Wonder Woman about concerts. You go about your art. Does the way I feel about my art match how I feel about concerts? It just doesn't. It does not. And which one feels better? Which one is more successful? Concerts, right? At this point, right? Not that your art's not successful, your mindset about your art hasn't brought you the success yet, right? So looking at those two things, okay, I need to put my concert Wonder Woman attitude and ideas and energy onto the art stuff that I'm seeing imposter syndrome at. Leanne says, and she just said she's a perfectionist. So if the sentence doesn't make any sense, definitely not her. That's the other thing. I'm like, when do you see me type with bad grammar? I'm so anal about it. And I think that also might be my ADHD too, if I have that, and I'll find out on the 3rd. But I'm very, very anal about typos, grammar. I do have a team that does, answer DMs for me and stuff like that, but they're not cold DMing people. And I'm very anal about grammar. I would never ever send like a message with like no punctuation and like conjugated verbs the wrong way. Never. So please, if you get a weird message from me, don't assume it's me right away and email me a nasty email. Please don't. Leanne says, that's how you know you've made it. I'm still waiting to be contacted by someone from Catfish letting me know someone made a fake profile of my pictures. Why are you manifesting that? Erase. Okay. Dissolve. Dissolve. I can't put any more energy there. Okay. I can't talk anymore, so it's time to go. It's time for food. It's Halloween's. I've been sitting here for 3 hours, even though I'm supposed to do 2 max. Monique says, don't let your love for Roxy turn you stupid. You're funny. I'm not saying it's stupid. I'm just saying pay attention. Don't send me a mean ass email when I'm over here getting fucking impostered all the time, and then you're mad at me for it. Like, I can't do anything. Be mad at Instagram. They don't give a fuck. They'll let assholes, and I mean, I don't mean I mean a literal asshole. I don't mean like a mean person. I mean like a straight up butthole. You got butt cheeks and fucking titties everywhere. You got racist fucking stuff. You got hateful comments everywhere. They'll have that up all day, but they won't take down people who are like scamming people out of money using fake profiles. And I know I'm affirming it. So glad that Instagram sees and reacts to these imposter profiles with a quickness. They prioritize it, and they make sure that no one is copying and scamming people with someone else's face and content. I love that Instagram does that. God, I love Instagram. What a fucking great platform. Carla, I seen your question. I'm about to pop off. Leanne, if you have it, then we'll have to, if not, we'll have to save it for next week. If you have, I know we talked about getting therapy and manifesting. I'm pretty sure it was last week. If you have a timestamp for that, if you don't mind dropping it. Otherwise, Carla, I invite you to come back next week, and we'll pick back up. I'm about to jump off. It's dinner time for me, and I got to go. I haven't eaten today. I don't eat during the day usually, so. Okay. Don't forget your homework this week is to pay attention to your what do we call it? The imposter syndrome voice, your inner saboteur. You're going to support yourself when it comes up. You're going to practice believing in your passion, your craft. And for extra credit, you're going to do 1 minute of your craft to disprove your imposter, thanks babe, your imposter syndrome in the moment. Again, an imposter wouldn't go paint. An imposter painter wouldn't be painting. A painter would, but not an imposter painter. An imposter singer wouldn't be singing, but a singer would be. So whatever it is that you're feeling like, I'm not good enough, I can't do it, how come, why me, someone else but not me, whatever those thoughts are, that's your cue to say, actually, I do believe in myself, I love my blah, 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 and go do it for a minute and prove to yourself that you're not an imposter, prove that you actually are that person. 1 minute. That's all. 1 minute. Just 1 minute. That's it. That's all it takes. Or that's all I'm asking of you. And then if you go longer, you're even less than an imposter, right? And again, it's not about doing it well or it to be good or perfect or flawless. It's the fact that you did it. And that proves that you're not an imposter. It proves that you are the fill in the blank thing we're talking about. Like if you're an actor, I'm an actor, I'll never get a role. Actually, hold on. Let me practice my favorite monologue real fast for a minute. Doth discoff and whatever, right? And now you just got a little tiny bit better, and you just proved to yourself, okay, actually, I am an actor, because who's gonna bust out some fucking blank Shakespeare or whatever in the middle of the day? You get my point, right? Okay, I need to go. I need to stop. Mesh says, I'm one of the greatest songwriters of all time. Why not you? Why not you? You said one of. You're not saying the best. How could you possibly not be one of them? The door's open for you. Step through it, you know? Okay. Casey, hello. Welcome. Leanne, no, you're not going to clip them. Leanne's like, we need to clip that. Oh, God, that's going to haunt me. My monologue. I don't even know what it's from. Okay, so yes, thank you to the mods. Thank you for everybody being here. We're going to kick imposter syndromes, but it is something that you'll always have to deal with. Like, I guarantee you, Beyonce gets imposter syndrome about something at some point. I guarantee you she does. Mariah Carey, I guarantee you she does about something somewhere. And it's just like everybody does. Every great person feels this way about themselves in some way, sometime. And just know that if you do feel that way, that's validating the fact that you are the artist or the whatever we're talking about. Your doubt about your ability to create is what makes you a creator. I mean, assuming you can, you create. Like, if you just doubt you're a creator and you don't create anything, then obviously you're not. But if you're creating and you're doubting, then your doubts are just dumb. They're not really, it's not true, because I'm creating something. So what do you mean? So we just have to learn to like catch that voice and then, not listen to it. Awareness and discipline, 360 method, roxytalks.com. It always comes back to that. Aquarian, yeah, I'll get your video to you within, like I said, we have some coming up for this week, so it might not come out till next week, but I will definitely get the video for you. Leanne has already recorded your question, so I have it. Guitar Birds, you've never heard of imposter syndrome. You had to Google it. Yeah. So do you play guitar? Because if you do, I'm sure you felt it. Yeah. Okay. So, hit the like button if you don't mind, if you're here. Leanne says, still time to enroll in 21-day Fearless and Boot Camp. Fearless and Confident Boot Camp. We do start tomorrow. So if you want to get in on a fun 21-day confidence challenge with people right here in the chat, Dina's going to be there. Leanne's going to be there. More than that, obviously our Synergy fam is going to be there. So yeah, we're excited. It's starting tomorrow. It's something new. We've never hosted a live boot camp, so this will be a new one. And I will be challenging you every single day. There's a new challenge every day for 21 days. That's it. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So roxytalks.com/live programs to sign up for that. Again, if you're in Synergy, if you join Synergy, you get Confidence Bootcamp and you can jump on the tail end of 360. You can join 360 on its own. You can join the Confidence Bootcamp on its own as well. Again, or if you're ready to commit for 6 months minimum, grab Synergy and you just get everything that we do, including our rewriting a specific person masterclass master training at the end of the month. And then also we have our wine, which is our Synergy only event. So it's a private Synergy event. And it's the one time I'm going to allow circumstance talk. And we're going to talk about our circumstances. We're going to lay it all out there. And then we're going to rewrite. So that's what we're doing on, or revise. I'm going to say revise because I don't want anyone getting confused because there's two events that I'm talking about here. One is straight up rewrite your specific person. I made a video about that last time. We talked about we're going to make that the master training for November. But for Synergy only, the wine, taking our circumstances, we're laying them out on the table and then reframing everything. So ooh, hold on, Tiffany. Okay, first up. Oh, Guitar Bert. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Sorry. I have to read Guitar Bert's and Tiffany's. Guitar Bert did the music for Dina's Grinch video. So, okay, you're in the fam already. I didn't know that. I wish okay. Well, nice to meet you. I didn't know that. And then you were a fan member. And extra welcome again, because I've obviously seen the video and very, love it and love you guys working together. And you are a guitar player and a music teacher. So I know you have, I know you've dealt with imposter syndrome. You definitely have. And so, as a professional, as a music teacher, that like sometimes the doubts come. Sometimes we feel like, oh, I suck. I'm the worst fucking player ever, whatever. But you just keep pushing through it and you just get better. And that's what makes you better is like, instead of saying I suck, I'm going to go pick up my guitar and fucking fuck around for a minute. I'm going to go do some shredding. I'm going to do 1 minute of shredding. And that's going to prove to me that I'm not an imposter guitar player. I'm an actual guitar player because like an imposter wouldn't go pick up their fucking guitar and start playing right now. Wouldn't happen. And then Tiffany says, I saw a video saying Muhammad Ali did not believe that he was that good of a boxer when he started. Saying I'm the greatest. He said it so he could believe it and he eventually believed it and he became it. I did not know that about Muhammad Ali. That is fucking amazing. Oh, shit. I just got goosebumps. That's fucking crazy. Wow. There you go, bitches. Power of your words, the power of your belief in yourself, the power of practice and focus. So you are what you say you are consistently over time. Like most of us here, if we're talking about imposter syndrome or like believing in ourselves, most of us here have not been saying I'm the greatest for a consistent length of time. And so that's why we're not. But if you were to do that, should you start saying that on a regular basis, like Muhammad Ali motherfucking said, he eventually believed it. And guess what? Who is hands down regarded as the greatest boxer of all time? Muhammad Ali. Hands down. So there you go. I love that story. I didn't know that. Wow. So be Muhammad Ali. When the doubt comes through, do a couple fucking shadow boxes. Would a boxer be doing this, motherfucker? No, they wouldn't. Or no, excuse me. Would an imposter be doing this? I'm joking. Please no, I'm joking. I look like a fucking rock'em sock'em. That is so funny. My delays are my monitor's on delay. Anyways, okay. I need to get off the dang thing. Quit being so engaging, you guys. God. Let me go. Just kidding. Okay. Mimi says these stars don't know that they're manifesting the things they get. Not all of them do. Some of them do. Some of them definitely do, but not all of them. Mimi, I'm the greatest singer in the world. If that's who you are, that's how you identify, then you will be met with opportunities that the greatest singer in the world is met with. There's just no way around it, right? Monique, stop it, Monique. I'm going to delete your comment. Monique said, clip that too. No, fucking hell, but Monique. Oh, fuck. I love you guys so much. Mesh, we did homework. Where have you been? You went and got your sandwich and your tacos and you missed homework. So you're going to have to rewind it because I can't. It's imposter syndrome homework. That's what it is. So EA says, I am abundant. Yep. EA says, I'm a multimillionaire. Yes. Leanne says, when Roxy eats, we can all eat. Oh, you guys could be eating this whole time. I can't be eating. I would probably, people ask me to do like mukbangs. I'm like, are you kidding me? Eating on camera? You don't know me very well. I don't think so. Okay. No, stop making stuff up to ask. Oh, you did that to, oh, Mesh. You dirty dog. Linnea's like, I'm hungry, but it's almost 2 a.m. I'm sorry, Linnea. I'm keeping you up. And like, we don't want to eat at 2 a.m. probably. Okay. I'm going to go. Pink Bougie team. I had pizza yesterday, but it was a frozen pizza. So it's always like, I don't know. Vegan pizza is just kind of disappointing in general. Sometimes you just kind of have to have it because you need like the crust and the sauce and the cheese combo in your mouth. But I don't know. I would say like for being a vegan, pizza is still one of those things that's not quite there. The cheese is, talk about some tofu though. Leanne Roche, happy Halloween. Thanks everybody. I appreciate you. Give the chat a thumbs up. We're all going to go eat right now together. It'll be a group eating session. So we'll still all be connected. We'll be like nourishing our bodies at the same time. And we can think happy, healthy, kind thoughts about ourselves. We can have the body we want and still eat whatever it is that we're eating. If you want to think that. Je ne sais quoi, you are so sweet. I appreciate your kind words. Thank you. Royal, you said you had a frozen vegan pizza today. It was so good. I had a day I went yesterday. The crust is so hard. I like really squanchy pizza crust. Like pizza crust that's like that thick, and like not super thick, but like meat, like not thin, but not thick. And it's got a squanch to it. Oh God. I miss pizza sometimes, but Dina said, oh, well, I'm sure Dina, you have amazing pizza places in New York that do amazing vegan pizzas. Sheet pizza. A sheet vegan pizza? I'll eat a whole sheet of pizza. I would like one sheet of pizza, please. Blackbird Pizza. Is that in LA? I'll tell you guys one thing I'm thinking about doing for my birthday. I haven't decided yet, but one thing is a squanch. Yes, it has to have a squanch to it. Squanchy. Like bouncy, like squishy. Squanchy. I did not make up that word. It comes from Rick and Morty. But I do use it. I do use it like I made it up. Oh, you make your own pizza and you make it really thick. Yeah, home pizza is okay. Pizza. Michelle's gonna go. You gonna make some pizza now? I know. Now we're talking pizza. Oh. Sheet pizza. Hi, Mango. Hi, baby. Is it time? She said, okay, now it's 5:30. She's like, I don't care when you eat, bitch, but this is time for me to eat. When it hits it's 5:30 on the dot too, Mango. That was amazing. You're so aligned. She's like, I've been waiting all day for this. I know exactly when it's 5:30. I know when it's 5:30 on the dot, Mommy. I know 5:30 on the dot. I can smell it when it's 5:30. She doesn't like me on camera, but she's a good girl. Hi, I love you. She's my good girl. You want to say hi? Hi to the peoples? Okay. I put you down. You want to get down? You want to stay? You want to stay? Okay, she's going to stay. Okay. Well, okay. Linnea, I also do gluten-free. That's the other thing. I'm gluten-free as well. I just started being gluten-free within the last like month, and it's like changed. It's changed. It's so great. It's so great when you discover that like gluten's not good for you and you cut it out of your diet. It's so fucking great. Oh my God. So I'm also gluten-free. I'm gluten-free and vegan. So that makes eating outside of the house real fun. The Daya pizzas are gluten-free, but it's kind of hard. Like it's like a fucking cracker crust. And not like a cracker, but like a cracker. Like it. You have to like chop it with a knife to just cut it. That kind. And I don't like that. I like squanchy pizza. You know what I like? I love cartoon pizza. I have an obsession with cartoon food. It looks so good. But cartoon pizza, especially like when it's all folded and it's like dripping and it's like, I'm like, oh my God, it looks so good. I just want to eat a cartoon pizza so bad. Okay. All right. I got to get off. Shantae, you're having pizza. All right. Now we're all jealous. I wonder how many pizzas America's going to sell. Not America, the world. How many extra pizzas are going to be made tonight because of this chat? Yeah, that's even harder when it comes to pizza. But honestly, the gluten-free flour and bread is like, it's fine. It doesn't taste any different. I think in the beginning, like I had things that were like I think it's almond flour or coconut flour. One of those two makes things taste like sand. And so I was never really a fan of that. But now that I'm doing gluten-free, like, regular, like as a lifestyle, then it's, I can, now I can, I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, I love being gluten-free actually. Like gluten-free pasta. Oh my God. I love it. So good. So good. And now I want pasta and pizza. Oh, fudge. Sorry. What that rise and drop of emotion was me thinking, oh, I could just go to my favorite vegan restaurant, and then remembering that they close on fucking Mondays. And I always wanted on Mondays. Like when I wasn't vegan and I only ever craved Chick-fil-A on Sundays. Like it never failed. Every time I'd be like, oh my God, Chick-fil-A. It was always a Sunday. Okay. I need to go. Why am I talking about stuff? We're not even talking about manifesting. We're just chatting. Okay. I love you all. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Do your homework. Check that inner saboteur, kick its ass to the curb, and then do something that would prove it wrong in the moment. If you can, just do 1 minute of your passion, your craft. Oh my God. Mimi says it's also the World Series, so even more pieces being sold tonight because of this chat. That's hilarious. It is that's pizza day. Okay. It's International Pizza Day. We just declared. Linnea, you can't eat it due to sickness. It's painful. You miss the baked goods from your childhood. I agree with you. But man, the gluten-free stuff, I don't know where you live, but like where I'm at, I know you're not in the US. Where I'm in LA, so we have a lot of gluten-free and vanilla, vegan stuff around, and it's just as good. Like you can't taste the difference at all. Even my mom lives in another, I don't want to say where, but my mom lives in another state, and she went to a vegan donut shop, and she went to a donut shop that had vegan options, and she sent me a picture, and she said that they were half vegan and half regular, and I was like, could you tell the difference? And she's like, no. And my mom's not vegan, so and my stepdad won't even try Beyond. I'm like, can you just try it so you can see that it tastes so much like meat? I'm not eating that shit. So if my mom and my stepdad didn't notice the difference between the literally it's almost indistinguishable these days. So I don't know where you are, but maybe you can get some stuff shipped in from the US or from somewhere else that has gluten-free vegan stuff elsewhere. Dina, tomorrow's World Vegan Day? Oh, I didn't know that. That's so funny that we started the confidence boot camp on the same day as World Vegan Day, and there's a bunch of vegans in the confidence group. And sorry to anybody that's not. I'm definitely not trying to push it on anyone. It's a personal choice for me. I don't judge people for what they eat. It's none of my fucking business. I can just, if I can just relate when I can, and I can't when I can't. That's all. No big deal. Oh, you're in Sweden. Okay, you said it's pretty good here, but doesn't taste like at all. Okay, I would look into what you can get shipped from the U.S. because a lot of the stuff I have, like you literally can't taste the difference. It tastes exactly the same. And I like food. Like I said earlier, my whole life when I said earlier, my life pretty much revolves around food. I was not joking. I've had disordered eating. Let's just put it that way. For a lot of part of my life. Um, ranging from like cycles of like binging and starving to like full on like food addiction and like issues with that. So like I like my food and I like my food to taste good. Food is very important to me. So I may be vegan and gluten free, but that doesn't mean I sacrifice on flavor. You know what I mean? Like I'm eating some good shit. Like yesterday we were kind of hungover from Halloween, so we had like vegan and gluten free mac and cheese, like jalapeno mac and cheese with like Beyond spicy Italian sausages cut up into it. It was so fucking good. And then we got a little cheese pizza and we put that Beyond spicy sausage on top of that. And since I can eat anything and continue losing weight, my body looks exactly the way I want it to no matter what I eat, I really fucking enjoyed it. And it didn't taste vegan. It tasted fantastic. Yeah, the Beyond Italian sausages are so good. Impossible Italian sausages, vomit in casing. Sorry, I need to get off of here. Okay, let me stop talking about this stuff. You guys, I love you guys. It's so hard to get off because I like talking. It's like I feel like I'm just talking to my friends. And we're talking about food. And I don't know how many times I have to say how much I fucking love food, but it's my number one thing. Brendan, you just got you only didn't miss it because I can't stop talking about food with everybody. Movement in your career. Congrats. Okay, then you need to rewind and hear us about the homework because you're going to really, really, really resonate with this week's homework and you're going to really need to use it because of what's going on in your life right now. So, Royal, you haven't had the Beyond Burger meats yet. So the burger meats are good. This is my opinion between Impossible and Beyond Burger. Nobody asked, but I'm telling you anyways. The Beyond Burger tastes so much like a beef burger that it's unsettling almost. Like it's very strange. Like and not in a negative way, but like even when it's raw, it smells like a cooked burger. So it's kind of weird, but it tastes just like a burger. Impossible, on the other hand, I think has more of a blank canvas and it's less firm. Like I feel like Beyond is a little more firm. Impossible is more like a little bit more wet and it seems to like fall apart more. And for some reason, Impossible has like a fishy taste to me. Like I think Impossible tastes slightly fishy. So if I'm picking between an Impossible or a Beyond burger, I'm probably going to pick the Beyond. But Impossible is good for like spaghetti and like things like where you want to like flavor it how you want because the the flavor profile is a little less like pungent. And like I said, it's a little more of a blank slate, whereas Beyond smells like a cooked burger when it's raw. So it's burger. It's just like you open the pack and you're smelling a fucking burger. So no, and I don't say no to all Impossible meats. I did not like the Italian sausage links from Impossible. It was disgusting. And there's very little food. I'm not very picky. I just like what I like. I like really good stuff. I like good food, but it was nasty. I'll be honest with you. Like I thought it was very fucking gross. I was really mad. I thought it ruined my dinner. I was so pissed that I didn't just get the Beyond sausage. I had to try the Impossible ones. I just had to try them and ruin my whole fucking dinner. That's how I felt about it. Because the the Beyond sausages are so good. I think Beyond sausage is better than regular sausage. I was weird about sausage to begin with before being vegan. I was also weird about shrimp, eggs, and sausage. And I think all three of those vegan are better than the regular stuff. Dina says they keep updating the Beyond Burger to taste more meaty. And then they got that chicken at friggin' Panda, which was not gluten-free. So I did pay for that, but it was delicious. Where else says you're a baby vegan, so you trust my judgment. I appreciate I'm kind of baby vegan too. I'm like 4 years in, 4.5 years. So I'm still fairly new, but again, I am a recovering food addict. I will say that, and food obsessed person. So like I said, I want my shit to taste good. I don't care if there's no eggs, dairy, and fucking shit in it. Make it taste good. Dina, I know we're the same person. Okay. Oh, Christine says you love Beyond. There's no soy in it. I'm fine with soy. I eat tofu like almost every day. I don't do gluten though. So there's a lot, like, I can't eat a lot of the chickens now. I'm kind of bummed about it because I fucking love fried chicken's probably what I miss the most from being vegan. Fried chicken and salmon. Those are the two things I miss the absolute most. The vegan fried chicken, like the garden ultimate chicken patties. Oh my God. This shit is it's so chickeny. Mimi says, I can't be vegan because my family doesn't like the meat alternative, so I have to eat regular meat. You could change that with your affirmations. My family loves meat alternatives. My family is putting meat alternatives in our meals on a regular basis, and they're loving it. And now we all get to eat vegan. Those garden chickens, though. Oh my God. They're so good. They're so good. Oh my God. Sometimes we'll make like a failure pile and a sadness bowl. You know, from KFC where it's like mashed potatoes and corn and fried chicken with those chickens. Oh my God. That's when when you're eating your feelings. That's the kind of stuff I'll eat when I'm eating my feelings. Like, I'm going to need some mashed potatoes, some corn, and some fried chicken in a bowl. Oh yeah, sushi. I love sushi too. I still will get sushi, but I'll get like I asked them to make me like a jalapeno and avocado roll. So that's usually what I get when I go to sushi is I'll get like well, they have veggie rolls sometimes, but I usually ask them to do a jalapeno and avocado roll. Okay, I have to get off of here. My husband's like pacing back and forth like, bitch, can we go? I don't know what you're doing. I just see you pacing a little bit. Oh, you are pacing. Okay, yeah. That's your dad. Okay. Okay. And Christine, mine, I think that's totally fine what you eat. Everybody can eat what they want, like it's there's no judgment here. There just happens to be a lot of vegans on the chat. So, and I am one of them. So like, that's why we're talking about it. I can't do dairy and cheese. I'm lactose intolerant anyways. And I stopped doing dairy and cheese like way before I even went vegan. So that was another reason why it was easier for me. I had been vegetarian before. So by the time I decided to go vegan, I had already cut out dairy and cheese. So then it was actually easy to cut out meat because I already fucking find it kind of gross anyways. So for me, it was like a process to be vegan, but it ended up well, and I actually really love it. So Jinx is like, I'm gonna go eat so much candy. I'm jealous. I do miss Halloween candy. I'm not gonna lie. I miss stuff for sure, but I'd rather like feel and look good, Okay. I am getting off of here. I love you all so much. I appreciate you. Happy Halloween. Do your homework. We're gonna be fighting against fucking imposter syndrome. And when the imposter syndrome strikes, what you're going to do is support yourself. You're going to lean into your belief about your abilities and your ability. I just said that word, ability to do the thing that you have imposter syndrome about. And then your challenge is to do 1 minute of the thing you just said you can't do. If you want to be a musician and you have imposter syndrome, then every time you start to doubt, then I want you to go pick up your guitar and strum it for 1 minute. Do 1 minute of scales. Do 1 minute of vocal exercises. Sing your favorite song for 1 minute. If you're an actor and you feel imposter syndrome, do a 1 minute monologue. Go over a script. Write a script. Write 1 minute of a script. If you're like whatever, just Dina, do you have do you have Sprouts? Sprouts usually has. Is it Sprouts? No, Mother's Market has the vegan donuts. You probably don't have Mother's Market. I don't know if that's a chain or not. But vegan donuts, they're out there, man. Jinx, you said the imposter thing came up in your business workshop group too. Yeah, I think it's a strong. I think a lot of us are feeling it right now. I mean, I'm not. I don't think I am, but a lot of people in the chat. I'm like, actually, I'm kind of solid on my shit right now. But I know we're all going through stuff at different stages or whatever. But okay. oh, you guys, vegan, everybody. If you're in the US, I don't know if they ship worldwide. It's called GTFO. It's vegan. It's a delivery service that has every single, sorry, can't do black lipstick on my teeth. Every single vegan like food and then every flavor of it, okay? They have every flavor of Miyoko's everything. They have every flavor of Kite Hill. They have every flavor of fucking Beyond. They have every flavor of like everything you can think of. They have tons of like meats. They have eggs. They got fish. They have pork. They have, oh, it's meat too, whatever. They have all kinds of stuff. Omni Pork, all these different brands. They have baked goods. They have dairy. They have everything, every vegan brand. And then they have the whole line of it. So like every flavor, the lunch meats, every fucking flavor. GTFO, it's vegan. Anybody that's vegan, check that out because they ship. And if you're in the US, they ship ship countrywide, nationwide. That's what it's called. They might ship worldwide, but I'm not sure. But I know they ship nationwide for sure. So yeah, GTFO, it's vegan. It's almost one of those sites where it's like a little overwhelming because it's like you go to like meat and it has like 9 pages of fucking vegan meats that you can buy. Like, you know, like you're scrolling through them all and then there's like 9 fucking pages of it. So yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, dates are awesome. Dates like date caramel and stuff like that. It's surprisingly. That's the thing about being vegan too is like they make you like people make it sound like it's gross. Like I think that there's propaganda out there to make it seem gross, like the food's not good, but it's actually like just as good, if not better. Like Mimi was saying earlier, I like the taste of meat, but it's normally too greasy for me. That's exactly why I don't like regular sausage and shrimp has poop in its fucking back. There's poop in its back. But for like vegan shrimp tastes exactly the same. The texture is exactly the same. You get the same bounce and there's no poop. So I prefer, eggs are always weird to me. So I like the vegan eggs. Sausage has always been weird to me. Very greasy, very gamey. And I like the Beyond sausage. It's just the flavor of the sausage without all the heavy like nastiness from it. So yeah, pitted dates are so good for like caramel flavoring things. And it's like as healthy as you can kind of get. Okay, Dina says, get medjool dates, pitted medjool dates, fill them with peanut butter and nuts, drizzle vegan chocolate on them and freeze them. Wow. Dang. I'm going to do that without the nuts because I fucking hate nuts. Okay, I need to leave. I need to go. I need to get off this fucking thing. Yeah, Just Eggs are awesome. Just Egg. Love Just Egg. It's just so like... At this point, the vegan substitutes taste so much like it. Like, why would you... In my opinion, it's like, why would you even eat eggs? Why would you need to? You know, like why would you need to ever eat a burger again? Why would you ever want sausage again? You know, like something literally is being killed and has to die for it. And then not only that, but you're eating a piece of rotting meat that hasn't rotted enough for you to not eat it yet. That's what gets me about meat. It's like, we know things, once something dies, it starts rotting immediately. So by the time that steak gets on your plate, it's been rotting for days and it only just hasn't rotted enough to turn you off yet. But it will. And that's my PSA on vegan. No judges. I can get off so easily. Okay. Mimi's like, bye, Roxy. Yes, bye, Roxy. I love you guys. Thank you so much. We're all raising our vibrations together.